So
Alright, time for me to
may
start hosting.
may your character deaths be swift and quick.
No, I'm gonna keep going unconscious, and then
That's true. We have our residential unconscious and that's the thing. I don't even mean to do that. It just happens.
And I'm pretty sure you've been the most unconscious out of all of us.
Yeah, and he has a caveat
Yep.
that it happens every time.
Like every time.
Almost
I
every
find
time,
it
yeah.
hilarious.
There's a
It's
reason
canon.
why he
Like,
doesn't
you're basically the master shake of this game.
There's a reason why he doesn't sleep, guys.
because I'll fall
Yeah.
unconscious.
uh
That's my flaw. Every time I fall unconscious, I gotta make death saves no matter what.
1 second, guys.
Oh, I passed the death save. We're good.
Victory laps.
I keep forgetting that I have Dylan on Facebook, so I can actually tag him when I fucking post. It's going live.
Oh, I have Duke now too. Apparently, Duke has found me everywhere.
Should never put your full name on there.
Yeah.
Your next system.
Okay,
And my
guys.
favorite picture is the one with the helmet.
Uh,
By all time.
by the way, I realized it was on my Facebook friends like message stuff, so it just had a bunch of people's names on there. But good thing I didn't push that live. Our main roleplay screen live, because they would have seen that shit. All right. Let's see. I gotta get to this.
Oh wait, I
screen.
gotta do something.
We'll be starting soon. We're just kind of warming up right now. I'm recalibrating a couple things over on my side.
You got a ETA there, Clark?
Less than 5 minutes, maybe 2.
Alright, never mind.
Why?
Someone's being a fucking nudge right now. They want all his attention. Probably gotta do something.
The bear!
Bear.
Hey, bear. Yo, he doesn't like the girl, so like, she can't stay.
They
My
really?
parents can say what they will, but like, if Bear doesn't like the girl,
Man.
she ain't fucking with me.
Yeah, I gotta say,
Told you that?
I judge, if Loki doesn't like someone, I judge immensely because he loves them.
That's like,
the other.
really, who knows you better than that animal? Like, hey, don't do. Hey. Yeah, this guy knows me better than anybody.
One sec. Let me just do this.
There we go. Oh, it doesn't work on it doesn't work on the chat properly because it's a Francophase C emote. No, just testing. I'll be starting very soon. Don't worry about it, guys. Just give me a few moments. Just a few.
Sorry, I pushed the link early.
Yeah.
Ian, you gotta add Tristan on Facebook now.
Well, maybe I was about to ask what his full name was, but maybe I should do that.
There's another
could-
person
Aren't
with the
you
exact same first name and last name as you, Tristan, and profile pictures are pretty much the same.
So about that, I tried. One of my friends did it as a joke, and then I reported it to Facebook saying, "Hey, this is someone's impersonating me,"
Oh,
and they
no.
did absolutely nothing about it. And it's been like 8 years. And I sent them like 3 or 4 requests over the past 2 years when I first noticed it. They've done absolutely nothing to it. So I just gave up.
I need to get a lot of bits so I can cheer 69 of them.
Hey, you guys cheer. I'm fine with that. I'm not
I've
gonna
already done
complain.
my due diligence.
All right, guys. Let's see. Let's push live, and we're on. I think if it'll go through.
Oh boy!
Because like it's all frozen right now for me. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Awesome.
I blame my internet.
Well, if you guys see a mic floating around, I mean not a mic, like a little mouse floating around on people's screens, because I forgot to turn something off like an idiot. But we're live, and I'm glad. Oh shit! Well, there goes the screen.
Oh boy!
Oh, I knew something was gonna happen, and I did it.
I was just amping up my entrance there, Bart. Jeez.
I literally just, for some reason, minimized. Shoot me. There we go. It's back. We started, and within 2 seconds, I fucked up the stream already.
Good job, Park.
I know.
At least it wasn't me.
That's true. At least you didn't like DC or something weird. Okay. I just have to pull up a couple more things.
I have to show you guys something.
Yes.
So, I went to Odafest, and I got some
yes.
original artwork, and I really want to show this to you guys. Have you guys seen JoJo?
Love JoJo.
Yep.
Second season. Look at this.
Oh, that's so good.
Nice.
Fucking love it. It's great.
All right. I'm so excited. I want to show this book off, but I'm so excited. I can't wait to use the shit in here. All right. So, let's get started. Last time you all finished, you were in the city or village of Tanison, next to the Tanison Forest, where one of the druid enclaves you guys learned reside. Actually, 2 of them. And it seemed like the city, the village of Tanison was going through a bit of a crisis. About every couple weeks to a month, people would go missing. Hunters. Remains of animal carcasses were found, and eventually even a whole convoy of merchants were found butchered, killed, and left there to rot.
That doesn't sound very good.
No, not really. You guys, the next day after arriving there, talked to the tavern owner, Tabitha, and learned that her daughter has gone missing, and it happens frequently, but she, being a worried mother, asked you guys to look into it. After looking around, you guys, and talking to Sheriff Ral, you also realized that, holy shit, a guard has gone missing, and it's about the time of the month or week that something would happen again. Eventually, you guys found the volunteer guard, a young 16-year-old boy's mangled remains, and a set of footprints leading into the forest. You all then found, and somewhat presumed that the druids might have something to do with it, but after hearing their story, after entering their forest, and even coming into confrontation with them, you've learned that the druids had nothing to do with this, or at least it seemed like they didn't. They told you that a young girl came by, asking for help, seeking assistance for some sort of pain she was experiencing, and when they realized they couldn't help, they sent her back, worrying that, well, her parents wouldn't want people in the forest, or her in the forest at least. That was the night before. Eventually you found her, and I'm gonna speed it up a little. You guys also found the scroll that an alchemist had, and you thought probably one of those should work, and luckily it was. You guys realized that abjuration, or I believe it was abjuration magic, and without knowing all 3 of them, any of them, you decided to just cast it, see what would happen. Eventually nothing killed her, But one of the scrolls just outright failed to go off. The other one you managed to cast barely, and realized that it wasn't even a helpful spell for the situation, as you realized you could locate creatures, and you were able to locate the exact position of tens of bunnies in 1,000 feet
rabbit
away.
for dinner.
Yeah, you could have, but
No, we totally had rabbit for dinner.
okay, yeah, you went hunting afterwards, sure.
No, we killed the rabbit. Remember?
You killed
We
one
picked
rabbit.
it.
You killed
Yeah.
one rabbit. One person
It
can
was-
have dinner.
It was like the appetizer.
Yeah, it's that. Some rabbits too. Yeah. All right. And afterwards, you kind of waited with her to see if she would turn, realizing that she was probably a werewolf. She didn't seem to turn after you cast a spell, and it seemed like you solved the issue. Before you brought her back to town, however, you decided to tell her from the clues that she left behind from the guard boy, you realized she and the guard boy had a relationship, and she unintentionally and without knowing it killed him. She didn't remember what was going on, and someone, and by someone I'm sure it was Remy, just blurted out.
Remy.
Yeah, it was Remy. Blurted out to her, "You killed your boyfriend."
In my defense, I didn't want to tell her. Nobody was like, we should tell her, so I just told her.
Yeah. And it didn't go so well. She became extremely upset, ran away towards the town, and that was the last you saw of her. According to Henri, Henri had to try to calm her down a bit, but it wasn't really too much of a help. You guys went to the tavern, knowing that you did a job well done, or thinking at least that you did a job well done, and eventually, after talking to each other, had a rest. Not after requiring all the profit from Sheriff Rao, who gave you a bag that belonged to the previous caravans that was found massacred. And it seemed like the bag was magical of sort and had a bunch of useless crap in it, some with a bunch of holes and others seemingly fine. You realize that the bag is a bag of holding. Not only this, you also realize you found a bunch of different magical items such as Iroh, the sticky marble, thorned crown, a poison called Warrior's Bane, an amulet of snowfall, and I think that was it. And then you went to sleep without really sharing the wealth. All right. You guys wake up one at a time the next morning, and the order's yours. Underground, like before, in these small 5x10 rooms that barely fit a bed and a small bedside table. Eventually, you make it up to the shitty TGI Friday style tavern in a orb-like building, and see the tavern lady, the tavern owner, Tabitha, there with bags under her eyes, finishing up like a glass of wine and kind of wiping some smudges off the counter. There's a few others. What is that sound? What is that sound? Okay. You guys talk. You guys see. There's a few others. It looks like some are young guardsmen. You learn that most of them are volunteers, or all of them are volunteers actually, from the farmlands, slightly outside of town. And you see some of them, eating some breakfast, getting ready to leave. But yeah, it's relatively empty. Tabitha's there, and you all start funneling out of your little sleepy holes. Take it away. I'll be right back.
Hey, what's going on, Mish?
Not much. How are you?
Good. Hey, I got a new grandpa.
What?
You know how we have we have Grandpa? Yeah.
Okay.
I got a new one.
How? How do you just don't acquire grandpas like that?
And I'm gonna put on Ira.
And when you were mentioning grandpa, in your head you heard, well, if you were to consider me one, I'd be honored.
Don't worry, Grandpa. You're mine.
Who are you talking to? There's only two of us in this room.
Oh man, I forget the. I'm bringing out the dragon. I'm bringing him out.
Okay, so basically, you, Michelle, noticed that Remy kind of plays with a golden bracelet in the shape of a dragon kind of curled up around his wrist, attached to a chain that's on his ring. That's on a ring that looks similar to that. All of a sudden, you see the chain start to dissolve away as the dragon on his wrist starts to move and curl about and crawls up onto his hand, and it's a metallic, like a rose goldish color. It has a tiny little ruby eyes, and it looks at Remy, and then it looks at you, and then it opens its mouth and says, "Why, nice to meet you, young man."
Holy shit, it's talking. Holy shit, it's moving. What's going on?
It's new Grandpa.
You may call
Iro.
me Iro.
Iro, okay. Just give me a second,
It looks like a small pseudo dragon figurine, if anything.
Yeah, I go over to the door and just hit the door into my toe to see if pain will work, if I'm dreaming or not.
Yeah, you pinch yourself, you poke yourself, it hurts. Iro says,
Okay.
While he's pinching himself, I'm gonna go over and pinch him too. Just to...
Ow!
Iro's
God
like,
damn it, Remy.
you shouldn't hurt yourself. There's no need to be alarmed. I'm harmless.
You're real.
Tiny little.
You're real.
Yes.
Yeah, he's real.
Holy shit, that's cool. I want one.
Well,
no.
I do have
mean,
brothers and sisters, but
Can
they're
we
not
go
here.
find them?
They're
I
not-
want one.
They're long dispersed, I guess.
I want one. Where are your brothers?
Well,
I'm sure we
Maybe
can
one
find
day.
him somewhere, Grams.
Hello.
Say, how long do you stay like
at this point, you guys see coming out of his room, poking his head out, is your residential grandpa, Quiven.
Quiven. Holy shit, Quiven. Come over here. You gotta see this.
Yes. What are you talking about?
And I just point.
This is Quiven. He's Grandpa.
Well,
Hello.
another
Sorry, Grandpa.
aged soul, I see.
Yes.
Nice to meet you. And you see this pseudo dragon. At this point, it's climbed up on Remy's up to Remy's arm and just kind of coils itself around the shoulder and kind of hangs off of it.
Well, I'm not too sure what you are, but nice to meet you as well.
I'm just.
You're not surprised? You're not. You've seen
I
stuff like this before?
my people know of the Fae in the Fae Wild. It's not too much of a stretch to imagine.
Wait, your passive perception is pretty garbage, right?
Yes.
Okay. At this point, as you step up closer, you realize it's not a creature. It is a creature, but it's metallic. It's metal. It's rose gold, and instead of having actual scale, it's like a piece of metal that came to life. You see, its eyes aren't actual eyes. It's little rubies and such like that.
Well, you're not as natural as I thought you were. Remy, what is this?
It's my Grandpa. Henri gets you. I wanted a Grandpa, and I put on this ring, and Grandpa started talking to me.
I see.
It's Ira. See?
Not too familiar with what's going on right now, but I'm happy to be here.
Me too. So sick.
So
It's great to live life so joyously.
Would you like some tea?
Oh,
I'm going
I
to
would-
prepare some.
I would love. Oh, it's been ages.
Oh shit, Hardy would love to see this.
I've been-
I run over to where Hardy would be sleeping.
I've been stuffed inside
Hardy-
a bag for
He's He's on his back, and his like, you know when cats are dreaming, how they're like,
Yeah, the
it's
jowl.
like one of those, his jowl's twitching.
I give him one of those scratches behind the ears that cats just can't resist.
Oh, he can't resist it. Oh, it's so good.
Hey, Hardy, wake up. We gotta see this.
Oh, just 5 more minutes, Mom. Oh, that's not his voice. Where's the voice?
Where's
I gotta
your
work
Meowth voice?
Meow.
There you go.
5 more minutes, Mom. No, now he's got like a weird. Oh God, I didn't practice the Hardy voice before the stream.
I'm gonna head to Tabitha and ask her if I can prepare some tea for everyone.
Okay, you make your way upstairs. You see that Tabitha is exhausted. Like she has dark circles under her eyes, and when you ask her that, she's like, "Yeah, you help yourself in the back. And just, yeah,
Are you all right, Tabitha?
just a little tired is all. Nothing to worry yourself about.
All right. Don't forget to sleep later.
Yeah, I'll get on that eventually."
I'm gonna start preparing stuff.
Okay. You have some. You have some loose leaf tea and start. You take some out of your beard of twigs and like leaves, and you start brewing a tea with that. You've done it before. It's drinkable from your standards. And
I've heard of like saving some for later, but that's ridiculous.
and yeah. So at this point, Henri kind of makes her way out of her room. She's like, I dreamt about spitting at old man Jenkins's face again. Whew. So, are we staying here? Is this our home now?
No.
We're
we don't-
leaving, right?
Yeah.
Where are we going?
Where did Coriel say he was going?
Ooh, and at that point she like remembers and she like pulls out her scroll at the you guys remember the scroll that Coriel gave you guys, and you realize along the edge, instead of being a regular parchment, it's like stained or like blackened, just along the edge of the side that wasn't ripped off from the original piece of paper. At that point she's like, oh, that's different. She unrolls it and you realize there's a short letter, and it reads. She reads it out loud, and it says, "My dear friends, or shall I say family, I am glad. I want to thank you once more for helping me regain my sight. Let me assist you however I can. I will be gone for the next 2 weeks on an excursion that I must head on. However, if you ever are in the city of Masluril and want to look into your past, I can think of no other person to go to than I believe his name is. I have it here somewhere.
You must be getting old, forgetting names. Goldfinger
I know. Oh,
Hardy says.
Such a very long ellipsis in this letter.
sorry. Bendris Goldfinger. Go find him. He might be a bit of an unusual. he might be a bit of an unusual individual, but he knows how to get information, and I have dealt with him before. He might ask you for something in return. However, he is extremely reliable. And right below that is a symbol that I can show you, because I fucking drew it out. And it looks like this. By the way, Ian, I gotta talk to you about something separately. It looks like that.
You're an artist, Peter.
I am not an artist. It looks like crap. I just sketched
Looks
it.
like a
Quick.
treble. It reminds me of treble clefs.
Yeah, kind of reminds
Yeah,
you of
say
that, but you then realize behind it looks more like a yarn ball, and the two threads coming off of it cross each other and wrap around two needles pointing up and down. And they look like sewing needles, or at least weaving needles.
Hardy knows what that is.
Yeah, and at this point, I'm gonna have to pull you aside, Hardy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
All right, Hardy.
Yeah.
You instantly recognize that sign. That's the symbol of the Weavers, one of the thieves' guilds that operates all over and partially out of Masluril. They are usually not people to be trifled with, since, well, they have dirt on everyone. And when I say everyone, I mean everyone. Ian, you good?
Sorry. Yeah, I feel like I hear knocking on my door. Give me just like 1 second.
Okay.
You can go back to the other guys. Pull me back a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
Cards that say like 2 words and you keep
Okay.
flipping through them.
We have to come back to Ian's
Spam
part.
Kappa.
But yeah. It's Quiven, your tea starts to whistle, your kettle starts to whistle, and you start pouring out some of the stuff. You can see this brownish liquid that pours out of the strainer as you kind of strain the rest of it and throw out. So actually, I'm guessing you replace the twigs into your
After they're done steeping, yeah.
Yeah. So you replace your twigs into your beer. The big ones, at least. The small ones you throw away.
It's kosher. No one saw.
And make your way into the tavern, past Tabitha. And by this point, most of the volunteer guards are out, and it's just you guys kind of sitting around the table again.
I have finished preparing tea.
I take a sip. Ooh. Burnt my tongue.
You're not, Michelle. You're not sure if the bitterness came from the pain of your tongue or of the tea.
I take another sip. No, it's the tea.
Yes, I haven't added anything else in there besides the tea, so you're welcome to put whatever you like in there.
When you put a glass down, Remy, instantly, Iroh kind of scurries off of you, flaps his wings, and kind of glides onto the table, skids a bit, and then clambers over to one of the tea cups and kind of like puts its head into it, towards it, and starts sipping at it, and then instantly just, what is this? This is not tea. This is not tea.
Morning dew, yes, of course it. You're probably just not used to the plant life.
I beg to differ. I know good morning dew when I taste one. This is not tea.
It is. Maybe it's the metal tongue of yours.
Hardy like kind of comes over and he like gives us up. He's like, "What? More like morning pee, you yuck!"
Yeah, when you taste it, it's crap. Hardy, I'm gonna tell you your thing now. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know who is knocking on the door because there's no one in the hallway. I had to lock the door. I'm weirded out. Whatever. I'm gonna keep it like this, so if I see a ghost, she'll come up in the way.
Yeah. We'll have it captured. All right. So, Hardy, that symbol, the Weavers are experts at getting information and using it in many different ways. They have dirt on usually everyone and anyone important, and that's how they usually make their money. Blackmail, or that's how they get people to do things. That's the information you would already know, being as you're part of another thieves guild, the Urchin Boys.
Yeah.
I wanted to let you know the Urchin Boys carry a coin, and it's their symbol, but it's a very simple system. It's not like an emblem you guys have anywhere. It's just you're given a silver coin when you become part of the Urchin Boys, and this coin you can never spend or get rid of. You shouldn't, at least, if you want to stay a part of them. And every time from a young age, when you start stealing from people to basically bring in you put a scratch on the coin with a knife, with anything sharp, and eventually, when you get over 100 scratches, it starts to just look like a tangled mess of spikes. You know, like a ball of little sharp spikes, and that's why you call it.
Or a ball of yarn.
Yeah, or a ball of yarn. But it looks like, some people think it looks like urchins, literal sea urchins. So that's your thing, and it's kind of your symbol. In a way, to get to the establishment, like into an establishment like that, and actually see the people you want to see, like your boss, you would have to show the coin, usually to the front man. And then if the meeting is required, everyone is vacated other than the people that need to be there, by force or not. But yeah.
Now, quick question. What was the context that I saw the Weaver's symbol again? I kind of forgot because whatever was going on.
It was two sewing needles.
I remember the symbol, but where did I see it? I'm assuming it was in the letter, but I forgot the context.
You would know that they would be in one of the islands, like, you know, of Masluril. There's 5 in total, where only 4 is accessible. Because the middle one.
Well, I mean, so when in the letter that
you saw it at the end, and then it just says, like, you know, look for this symbol if you're looking for Bendris Goldfinger.
Okay, gotcha.
And so he seems to be tied with the Weavers in some sort.
Interesting.
Yep. And he said to go find him if you guys have any questions about your past or who you are, or what you want to look for, because they are a great source of information. All right.
Cool. All right. Yeah. I'm up to speed.
No?
Okay. All right.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah. So you guys are kind of sitting around. Remy, you do remember that you have just received a lot of stuff last night, and you know, but
yeah. Oh yeah. Hey guys, we got stuff. You remember? You remember?
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring out the rest of the stuff.
Henri's kind of poking at Iroh at this point. And I was like, stop that.
Yeah, don't do that. He's not like a cute thing. It's like he's a person, you know. Treat him like you would Quiven.
And then she turns to Quiven and then pokes him a couple times.
Bad comparison.
Have you decided where we're going?
Oh, Masluril sounds pretty good.
Obviously.
I mean, I'm a huge fan of going back to Thele. I have some unfinished business to do, but
Grandpa
I'm here for
Quiven.
Yeah.
Grandpa Quiven wants to head to Osley, right?
In a little bit, yes. But I've heard a lot of good things about Eswana.
Eswana.
If any, yes. Sorry about that, Eswana. Yes. I've heard a lot of good things about that area. If anyone would like to venture there.
Grandpa Iroh, have you heard of Eswana?
I haven't heard of most of these places. What is all this? Are these countries?
When are you? Yeah, I think they're countries.
How old is your grandfather, Remy? I'm pretty old, but at least I know these names.
How old are you, Iroh?
I don't actually know. Feels like forever I've been around, but I do remember some of the older kingdoms. I don't remember countries per se.
Have you heard of bread sandwiches?
they're not
No.
that good.
Who would eat
He
such
is
a
pretty
thing?
old. He is older than me. Oh,
Iroh,
That's a
you had the
surprise.
tea. You don't want the bread sandwiches.
Well, I do enjoy drinking tea, and I don't really need nourishment, but it's just a part of life I don't want to give up yet.
I got a question. Where's it come out at?
Nowhere. I just kind of taste the tea, I guess.
So you taste it, but where's it go?
I think he's saying he doesn't actually drink it.
Where would it go? I'm not even sure myself.
That's really weird. I think it's maybe you got a pocket dimension in his gullet. That might be super useful.
I would rather not swallow anything big.
You should try.
That's what she
No,
said.
no, thank you.
Okay, enough picking on Grandpa, and I'm gonna like put out my arm for him to crawl back onto my shoulders, like.
Yeah, he crawls up onto your shoulders and like kind of Abu style sits on your shoulders.
All right, so can we all just agree that it's kind of cool that as a metallic dragon he can enjoy tea?
By the way, he
Yeah,
has
pretty cool.
wings. He does have wings, so.
Yes, it is
I mean-
quite cool.
It'd be just nice to know what happened if he did swallow. To
Well,
have this
we'll
question
figure
in the
this
back of
out
our head
one
for the
day.
rest of our lives.
We'll figure this out one
we'll
day.
figure it out on the way.
Like I
But
tap one of
anyway.
the twigs sticking out of my beard one day.
So, Masluril, Tethele,
Yeah,
or
we did-
Aswena?
We should go to Missouri. We talked to Goldfinger. He'll be able to tell you whatever you need to know about whatever you need to know.
Well,
I mean, Misha, I want to help you in any way I can, but like, the guy's name is Goldfinger.
Sure.
Michelle,
And his fingers and all the gold of information, you know?
Michelle, even though you're a young elf, you would know that Goldfinger sounds like a dwarvish last name for sure. It's like a dwarvish family name. Usually, it might be a bit of a simple way to think of it, but metal body part, usually dwarvish name.
It's definitely a dwarf name. It just dawned on me.
what makes you think that?
Well, have you ever heard of like Silvertongue? That's another very popular dwarf last name. It's all you have to do is find any name of metal like silver, gold, iron, and then just add a body part to it like iron toe.
Or Rock?
No,
yeah,
I've
like
never
Johnny
heard of
Chrome
Iron-
Buns. I knew Johnny Chrome Buns once. What a cool guy.
Was he a dwarf?
Yeah, he had buns of chrome. Kind of like steel, but like shinier.
I
He
think
wasn't
you
a very
have a
hairy
point.
dwarf.
My last name is Fur, and I'm covered in fur. This makes total sense.
Hell, no, I'm not an elder. No, it doesn't make sense.
Well, you could be. Eventually.
My people don't
That's-
believe
that's
last
a
names.
long
My name is Hardy. I'm a pretty hardy guy.
See?
Yeah, I'm kind of a cinder.
Exactly.
Well,
What's
all
your
the
last
stereotypes here.
What's Henri's last name?
Yes, I don't think...
Sorry, Pete was busy spamming the channel.
Oh, yes, I know her last
It's
name.
Fairies.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
She does look quite plant-like sometimes in the light.
I have no
She
idea
has a
what you're talking
distinct smell
about.
of ferns when the wind blows over her. It's really weird.
I have like
All right.
pale
Yeah,
white skin.
you know.
Like a fern,
Fern.
yes. The inside of a fern.
Wait, insides of ferns are white?
Have you eaten
Wait.
a fern?
No.
You destroy plant life? What's
Well-
with you?
We eat plant. It's... I think you're confusing. We'll discuss this later. Speaking of plant life, does anyone know where I can find healing supplies in bandages? I tend to fall unconscious, as you can tell, a lot. And Grandpa can't take any more blows to the head.
Anymore.
Last
You
name
took too
last
many.
y'all.
Sorry.
No one? Any stores in town?
I have no idea.
From last
Tabitha?
time, from last time you guys remember, there is an alchemist in town.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
I remember
Okay.
there's an alchemist in town. Would anyone like to go with me?
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
I'll
sure.
go.
Oh, quite nice. Okay.
Okay.
After the shit,
I
you
want-
need to get
Ira.
going.
You guys can go. I
we
want to
haven't
go
sorted
try to
Grandpa
check-
already.
I want to check something else out.
How about you be Uncle Iroh? Copyright.
He's
And
like,
there goes our stream.
yeah, it's gone. It's gone forever.
There's a nice ring to it.
He's like, sure. I don't know how old I am. I guess.
I mean,
How about
it's-
we say, if we were to guess, 425?
No, I'm sure I'm older than that.
No, don't worry. We'll
I
choose
think he's just a little bit younger than that.
Well, all right. We'll just say I'm that old.
I turn over to Hardy and nudge him. I gotta preserve the name Grandpa. 426.
All right.
You're really old.
I'm gonna just skip forward. You guys go to the Griffin's Apothecary, meet the old lady Henrietta, your whole old human lady there, and she sells health potions and simple, but she only has 2. It seems like she makes
Do you
them
have a
there.
medical kit?
No.
That is the bandages I was looking for.
No. Sorry, dearie. No, I don't. I make things that you can drink mostly.
Oh, how much for one of these drinks of yours?
Well, the one that you're looking at, they're 50 gold pieces
Oh,
per.
are they apple flavored? They look red.
No, they're a bit metallic-y, but they'll keep you alive.
I guess I'll take 2. Sure.
You buy the 2, no issue. You pay 100 gold for them, and yeah.
Now, do you know where I could find a kit of health of sorts? If you were to bind the words, maybe a health kit.
I don't think Sakamoto has any in her store. She usually sells only farming supplies.
Well, that's all right. I can find one later. Thank you for your help. I truly appreciate it.
Well, have a wonderful day, dearie.
Here is a twig,
Dang.
all the way from Chris Bear. So please enjoy.
That's far. Thank you. She
Oh,
takes
not a
it.
problem. They did not have health kits, everybody.
While they were doing this, I was planning to go ask Tabitha a
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
Is there any place to actually buy a horse around here?
Yeah, she kind of like rubs her temple. She's like, the horse?
Yeah, more riding in nature.
You might be able to buy one off the farmers. But no, I thought you guys came in a carriage or a cart.
We did. It's just that I feel like our goat's doing a lot of pulling. I
Right.
figured it'd need some extra help.
Well, if anything, one of the farmers might help you out with that, but people aren't gonna lend them to you. They're gonna want you to buy them.
Of course. Yeah.
Well,
And I just walk off into a random direction. Hopefully there are farmers in that direction.
you ask the farmers. There's only 3 farming families. None of them is willing to sell you a horse for a reasonable price. They ask for way too much than what you think, at least.
Okay. I just walk back.
I mean, you can if you want, and I'll tell you a price, but I don't think you'll be happy with it.
Damn.
All right. Yeah. You walk back. You guys kind of meet together at this point outside of Tabitha's Rest, where nearby where they have a stable, and where Blue's been staying the whole time. Blue kind of seems excited when he sees you all, your giant goat, and kind of gets a little ready to move. You can see there's a bit of excitement as Blue kind of scuffs the ground a bit.
Oh, hello, Blue.
Hey, buddy.
Not just you.
I think we should get a bigger cart soon. It's hard to hold on sometimes, especially when I'm hanging onto the.
Well, there's enough space for all of you to fit as long as one person is driving.
Forget I said that. I'm going to hop in the back and just take a seat.
Yeah.
Gonna hitch up Blue and get into the cart.
By the way, if you guys
Driver's seat there.
didn't heal, please heal using your hit dice. So, I gotta heal someone here. What? God damn.
Michelle,
Yes.
I've noticed you're able to. What's the word? Handle magic, just in the slightest. and I'm not
I'd
really
say,
sure how.
yeah.
I have my book. I know Remy has his cards. What do you do?
I mean, have you not heard me sing? Do you not see this fiddle that I always carry around? I mean, I never actually use this fiddle. I only do it for, shows. But I've been carrying this fiddle for quite a bit. Never made the connection, the 2+2.
No, I've never actually heard someone play an instrument besides maybe the handcrafted flutes we have back home.
So, you never noticed the slight tickle in your ear every time I say a word, and you feel a little inspired? Never noticed that?
Between you and I don't notice a lot of things. My vision's kind of weary, so is my hearing. But
Yeah,
if
Grandpa's
that's
blind,
the case,
Henri just says.
yes, dear, yes. If that's the case, then that is quite fascinating. I've never aptitude before. Can you cast what I can cast?
A couple spells, I believe. I've heard that we've been doing some similar stuff, and I decided to switch away from that.
By the way, you guys at this point have kind of hitched everything together, and are you guys already heading out, or did you want to
I
stay
like
in
to
the town for a
imagine
bit?
while they're just sitting there talking, like having like a magical dick waving contest. Artie is just like busy, like setting everything up ready to go.
Yep. And then, you guys all start clambering in. Remy, are you the one driving the cart? Because you're the cart master, usually. Okay. Yeah.
Of course.
And you guys start to
Gotta
leave
use
the
that vehicle
town.
efficiency.
Is it like morning time right now, Pete?
It's still pretty early in the morning. There's around here, it doesn't seem as dry as around the wasteland, or as humid around the wasteland, depending on the weather. There's a nice dew on some of the patches of grass you guys can see, and you guys start making your way away from the village. You guys could continue to RP, but it will take about 5 days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to Masluril, and you will pass by a familiar town of Oberhork. So,
Okay. I'm gonna poke my head out like that. How's the door? How are the doors? Are there windows on this cart, Peter? Like, what's it look like?
there is one pretty sizable window in the back of the cart. There's a small window to the front, and there are 2 small windows where the doors are on both the sides of the cart.
Okay. All right.
And on the inside, you guys are a bit cramped since some of you guys are quite large, like Hardy and
I
Clinton.
like to imagine that Hardy is just gonna be like kind of like catnapping on the roof, like like Snoopy sleeping on top.
Okay, so
of
you're on top, yeah.
He's gonna have like some like an inexplicable like piece of like wheat grass or something like in his mouth, and just gonna be bugging Remy the whole time.
All right.
Michelle, do you mind helping me with? I figured out how to do this new ability. Do you mind telling me if it works?
Sure.
All
As
right.
I cast Blade Ward on myself.
Okay, so I think this is how you do it. I kind of grab what looks to be like a brown stone from pouch on my side. All right. Did it work? I'm still here.
You just hear Michelle start laughing. Yeah, it did work. I find that really funny because I also pull out a ability on myself.
And you guys both turn invisible inside. Henri just looks at where you guys are, and I go, "You guys didn't die, right?"
No, we're still here.
Okay.
Yeah, we're still.
Okay.
I'm not sure how this works, but yes. Wow. Michelle, you. Oh no, sorry.
No, that's my eye.
Yes.
Ow.
Well, this is nice.
You guys kind of sit
I
there.
guess so.
I'm gonna hold this for the full hour.
So will I.
So Remy, when you look back at one point, when you hear them talking, see what's going on, you realize they're not even there. There's Henri just kind of looking
you hear
around
music,
oddly.
but you only see her.
It's a little creepy.
Henri, where's Grandpa?
Well, I'm over
He
here.
died.
Grandpa died.
Not dead. Oh, you can't. Not dead.
Misha,
I'm
you're
dead.
invisible.
No,
He died
God.
too.
I jump out the back of the carriage, run to the front, touch blue, turn blue invisible, and then run back in.
Okay, as soon as you touch blue and cast invisibility again, you see, like, right next to blue, where blue disappears, you see Michelle's form shimmer into existence, and he looks at you, kind of jogs in place, and he's like,
God damn it.
and now the cart is being pulled by nothing, because no blue.
Hardy pulls out the wheatgrass from his mouth and he looks at it. He's like, "Man, I must be hitting the hip a little too hard today." And puts it back in.
Tell me if you guys can see this. And I snap my fingers. Batars just appear on my forehead. Can you
What
see
appears?
Batars?
But
My sneaky
yeah,
snake.
Batars, his little tiny sneaky snake.
I mean, it's just
Yeah.
floating there.
Oh no, he's like in his hair, kind of like crawling out, and like his little snake head sticks out of his hair, slithers a
But
bit.
Quiven's invisible.
Oh yeah,
So it's, yeah,
Quiven's
so it's just
invisible.
a snake.
It's just a floating.
yeah, it's a floating snake. Yeah.
Oh, this is quite fun.
I
All
know.
right.
Blue's currently invisible right now.
Yeah.
We're getting pulled
Yeah,
by
that's a good
nothing.
one, Mish. This is great. I love not being able to see my giant goat.
Well, you
Alright,
can,
no
you can
problem.
see the footprints. That's pretty weird.
You have better visibility. So
As you
True.
get further and further from the town at this point, you guys realize the kind of lush grassland around that area quickly just kind of fades. Instead of like, it's almost like an abrupt line, as if, and you look around behind you and you can see there's an actual curved line that faces towards the forest. That area just is rich with nutrition, and that's it. And the rest and in front of you is the wasteland, or the sit. The wasteland slash
Hardy,
wetland.
look how nutritious that forest looks. There's nutrition everywhere.
No, I meant the
Should we gather some ingredients?
The forest is way back there where you guys came from.
That is far too far to walk.
That's what I meant. Like, you guys literally left the nice area and headed back into the wasteland to the east. Your day goes by. Nothing really much happens for the day. You guys don't even come across like a caravan of merchants. Most likely because the word of, like, the druids still technically haven't opened their way. But you think that with your help that you guys did for the town, it should blow
Oh, we
over.
probably should have told the druids that we figured out the mystery,
Yeah,
right?
you guys didn't tell them. But the
I
Whoops!
mean,
Yeah,
they'll figure it out, right?
yeah, Henri's like,
What
they're
mystery?
smart people, and at this point, yeah, Quiven, you have no idea what they're talking about.
What are you all talking about?
We stopped the werewolf, Gramps.
Yeah, it was
wow.
great. We almost had to kill a small girl.
Actually, we also don't know if she was the werewolf.
And
No
Remy,
idea.
you remember you have that necklace still.
I'm just gonna.
It's not on you. It's not on your neck.
No, yeah, I put it on as a bracelet.
Yeah, you wrapped it around your arm.
Yeah, so I'm sort of fondling that a bit. Yeah, we
Hardy's
never actually saw her change. What if she wasn't?
Hardy's like, well, I guess that entire town's fucked. I
know,
don't like the necklace though.
We need to turn back now. Stop the cart.
Really have some loose ends we could have tied up there, but we're already here.
Yeah, you
God.
guys already spent about 6 hours traveling when this came up.
Why did no one mention this earlier?
We had a side adventure. We didn't need you guys. We solved the mystery, maybe.
Oh, jeez.
If anything, her not transforming into the werewolf was probably good, because she would have fucking ate us.
Like
That's another unanswered question we'll never know about.
Like I tell the
Wait,
children
hold
back
on.
in the village, please don't lie to the elders. Share everything.
Let's
I would
run
like to pass
through
this
again.
lesson on.
Wait, hold
We
on.
go in.
Let's turn this around real quick. What were you up to while we were out doing this mystery?
I was wandering, the forests as it were. I found some leaves. That's how I made the tea.
You
Gross.
also were following Michelle around most of the day, and then
Yes,
heard the
well.
speech of the paladins, and then decided to help Tabitha afterwards too.
I'm telling my story. God,
Sorry,
please.
sorry. I just wanted to let you know. I don't know if you remember.
I have it all written down.
Okay, cool. I can't
Yes.
see that shit.
To tell you the truth, Michelle, I probably shouldn't lie either. I was following you for a bit.
I knew that for a fact. You're
Oh.
not hard to see.
Yeah, I heard you're kind of the fun police.
Yep.
Don't know what that means, but thank you. I'm glad I have a title among.
Yeah.
Wait,
No
wait,
fun
it's
police,
like,
Grandpa.
I just needed to make sure nothing went wrong. I know you have a habit of borrowing things and not giving them back.
No fun police, Grandpa.
I like this. I'm being included. This is nice.
You're always included.
I would like to imagine that when Hardy is talking, he's like when he talks to like the people in the wagon, he's like sticking his head down, like right next to Remy, like looking through the front window, like
Yeah.
just chatting with him. And the entire time he's doing this, he still has this piece of wheatgrass just like stuck in his mouth, and he's like refusing to take it out for anything.
Did any of you hear from those paladins back in the town?
I don't like them.
Yes, they seem quite what's the word that's like racist but more racist than racist?
Zealous?
Prejudice.
Yes, thank you, zealots. But
Yeah, that's good.
I did not prefer them.
They didn't even know anything about a food god.
I mean, I don't think I've. We'll talk about this later. You'll have to introduce me to.
Wasn't there a whole other mystery we had to solve too? I feel like we went talking to the sheriff about a different mystery, and then we went to that one.
Yeah, we had to find the missing guard, and he was dead. We found his
Sister
corpse,
Sal.
remember?
Yeah, we had to find the girl, then find the guard. Yeah, okay, never
Well,
mind.
we
We're good.
kind of did it backwards. We found the guard first. We led us to the girl. Kind of. I gotta say, I haven't
Yeah.
seen a dead kid in a while. That's still pretty messed up.
Yeah, that was weird, man. That was a dead kid.
Yeah, you guys are well explored, right? You've been around places and seen things.
I've been
Yeah,
around
we just
Missouri and
talked.
seen
We
things.
saw a dead
Yeah.
kid, dude.
Okay. Yeah, I'll ignore that. Does anyone recognize this? I just have some. Put up my book, Peter,
Mm-hmm.
and then just show them this.
You guys see him open up this green, almost scaly book. Who has a passive perception above a 10? Because you guys are
Yeah,
all in a cart. Other than
Yeah,
Remy, you don't see. You don't
have
see.
the passive perception at 9.
Yeah, and you're not looking in the direction, so you don't get to see it. But you guys, Michelle and Hardy, you guys see in the front of it a circular design. Almost some of the scales are darkened, and they're in a circular pattern. And it looks like there's a mouth open on one end and a tail going into the mouth of this serpent-like symbol. And the whole book is kind of scaly looking. And it's this
Hey.
sickly greenish purple color. Yes.
Out of curiosity, would this count as a mundane item?
No.
Okay, just making sure because Hardy's. Never mind.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, no, I know.
It's mine.
It's quite unique. I mean, notebooks are mundane, but maybe like leather notebooks.
Obviously, if this is a scaling notebook, it's probably. I was just checking.
Yeah, it's
Hardy,
quite unique.
Hardy, if you know
Yeah?
what this is, I'll give you some more scratches behind the ear.
Ooh.
And you could make
Would
a
Hardy?
religion check if you want.
I mean, I just got a bardic inspiration.
You don't have to use it. You can
It
let it
lasts
go
for
to
10 minutes. What the hell else am I gonna do?
Nothing. You just let it run out. Roll that T6. All right.
Oh yeah. Oh, so Pete,
Mm-hmm.
tell me. I'm assuming I don't know,
Mhm.
but can Hardy's gonna try and lie his way through?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
no, you could. And the thing is, if you want to roll a deception check, you can right now.
You should have saved the inspiration for the deception.
That would have been funny.
You should have.
Think about that. I should have done it.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's Munch's unknown tale. I've heard about it. You know how there's a god of food? Well, that's like an evil god of food because he eats himself. It's really messed up.
I see.
Oh my god.
That's terrible.
That's a 17.
You guys can roll insight checks if you want. Henri's like, Henri's just gonna believe it. She's like,
my
oh my
my flaw is I'm quick to trust others. So.
Yeah, no, and you don't have to. Like, I'm just asking if anyone wants to roll.
I kind of raise an eyebrow and I kind of pull out the quill and
you write it down. You got who eats himself.
All right.
But that's do I see that symbol at all that Dylan posted in the chat? Or
that's what I'm showing them inside my book.
Oh yeah, that symbol. You see that one.
So that center part right there, it's his mouth that is constantly.
That's the symbol inside his notebook that that he's showing you, that he showed you. And
that's my drawing in the book.
Yeah, and he's asking you what you guys know anything about it.
Can I also do a check on that?
Yeah,
separate?
you guys could do a separate check on this one, but give this one with a disadvantage.
In a negative 53.
A Lamau.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know about that one though.
Okay.
Oh well.
Wait. Let me do Henri's. Actually, she's gonna get rid of the thing because she's gonna use her careful study ability and use a religion check. All right. Yeah. Remy, you could turn around and look at it and make a check if you want.
All right.
I just have the book up to the window.
Mm-hmm.
Double nat 20. Nope.
Jesus.
Wow. Yeah, like it looks strange, and you guys could think of what you want. Like, I'm not gonna tell you what you guys think.
Anyone? Does anyone know?
That looks like an eye, Grandpa. Do you have eye issues?
Well, yes, of course. I've had eye issues for over 100 years, but that's well. Anyone at all.
Maybe you should go see a doctor.
What's a doctor?
Maybe you should
Or a
go
cleric.
see someone that might know about that.
Do they have knowledgeable people where we're going?
Yeah. The Goldfinger guy, he knows a lot of stuff. You could probably ask him about this.
Oh, good idea. Thank you. I will. Goldfinger. Thank you. I will do that. Speaking of Goldfinger, who is this Goldfinger?
He's a guy. I don't know him personally, but I call it Kitty's intuition. I just know he knows a lot. I mean, Coriel said that, right?
Oh, he is a friend of Coriel's.
Yeah, that's what it said in Henri's letter she got from him.
All right.
That I was beating over his shoulder. Sorry about that, Henri.
I'm gonna close my book and just put it back. Okay, well, I'll wait then. Thank you for your help.
Yeah, no problem.
Now, in my circle, a plow, I have shared about myself. Why don't one of you share?
By the way,
Artie.
the first day, I'm just going to say the first day goes by. Like, you guys are talking about random stuff, and this is just a part of one of the many days. Like, the first night, nothing much happens, you guys rest well. You do see weird bits of light in the wasteland, kind of far, moving eerily. But you guys are on a worn kind of trail, more than just through the cracked ground.
Thank God.
Yeah. It's ever slightly elevated, but not really enough, maybe, if the weather gets truly bad. But yeah, you guys could keep role playing. Just gonna listen.
I want to take out the thorn crown from the bag.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be like, "Hey, Grandpa, this is for you."
Yes.
Oh, I really wanted that one.
He has he hands you this viney little like thin but thorny, like almost like a circle that looks like it's meant to kind of sit on your head. And Quiven, as you set it onto your head, you feel it kind of grow to fit around the head, around like your midpoint of your forehead, and it sits nicely. The crowns kind of point away. They shift and point. Not the crown. The points kind of the spikes and the thorns kind of point away and magically shift to more point towards the outside of your scalp and your head, and it feels kind of comfortable.
This is nice. Thank you, Remy. What is this?
It's just a crown that should really help you out. Plus, it goes with the twigs.
Good point. I'll take a twig and put it in my hair.
Yep. And now you have now
More
you
twigs.
are wearing the crown, the thorned crown.
Thank you all. Yes. Well, as I was saying.
Grab this. I'm gonna hand him the amulet of Snowfall.
Michelle. Wait.
Really?
You said to Michelle, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Michelle.
You give me this, and you give him the crown.
He
I
dies
mean,
a lot.
you can take it if you
Oh,
want.
okay. Oh, Quiven. As soon as you try to take it off,
Oh. Well.
it's stuck, and like the spikes move out of the way where your thumbs would go to like remove it, and it's just like it's not moving, and it's like, yeah.
No, I'm not uncomfortable right now, but I am certainly not comfortable right now.
Artie's just kind of watching with amazement as he's like
Grandpa, you
chilling
gotta
on the wheatgrass.
you gotta like force it. We know you're.
Not the-
I know you're weak, but you're not this weak.
I'm not the strong. Try it. You do it.
And when she reaches for it, the thorns don't move. She's like, she can't get a thumb in there, like
See?
without.
See?
Well, no, she can't even like put her thumb and give it decent support because there's too many spikes in the way. Without
Artie
her
starts
poking
like
her.
rummaging through his ingredients bags. I think I got some lard in here somewhere. We could try and grease it up.
We are
sure.
not greasing up Grandpa.
Oh. Also, Remy, can you please not turn around for long periods of time while you're driving? I get very scared.
Can't see. Well, no, I guess I can.
Yeah, the
All
cart
right.
kind of
Yeah,
shakes
sure.
as you realize one of the wheel, like the one side of the wheels have gone off, and it's like, and you kind of.
Come on.
Just pictured Remy turning around. Oh yeah, let me just bag room.
Yeah.
Or he's just like throwing shit behind him through the window.
I mean, thank you. I guess I'll take it.
I'll give you the next thing we find, Michelle. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Michelle, you take hold of the amulet of Snowfall.
And
You
I
can.
pocket it right away.
Okay, you don't attune to it or anything. You just pocket it.
No,
Okay.
it's not fun when I fall off and I cast Featherfall on myself, but I could do it already.
But you have it. The snowfall amulet gives you other stuff too. I think.
Well, I could have just given you one of these, and I'm going to take out the sticky marble, but I'm going to like stick it to Hardy's paw as he tries to throw it.
Okay, Hardy, like you kind of put your hand out to like reach for it, and then Remy just kind of sticks this onto your paw, and there's a little marble on your paw now, and it's not moving anywhere.
Is this crown a once per day thing?
No, you'll find out.
Otherwise, I'm immortal.
You'll find out.
Okay. All right.
Another god enters your head, if it wasn't a god already.
Artie's like looking at it. He's like, Remy, I can't get it off.
You use
Yeah, that's
you
been
use
annoying me this whole trip, buddy.
you take.
Artie's going to put his paw and he's going to try and stick it on Remy's shoulder.
Okay, you kind of put it on Remy's shoulder, and you pull your hand off, and it's still on you. It only sticks to one thing at a time. One thing
I
at a
was hoping
time.
to get it stuck together, but that.
You could try to pull it off if you want.
Hardy knows this is a bad idea. I can't really cook anything with this on here. And he's gonna like sit up and he's gonna get comfortable and he's just going to try and like pop it off with one of his claws.
Okay. You take your claw and you just kind of like try to dig a little underneath it and pop it off. Give me a strength check. Watch a P1. It's
close enough.
that thing is not coming off. Like, it feels like you're gonna pierce your skin before you get that thing off at this rate.
Hardy, let me try.
About like at this point though, after you finish, while talking to Quiven, it just rolls off your palm and onto the cart.
Didn't even need to touch it.
Wow, that was.
Did you just use magic?
No, it's just some sort of sticky marble. I wasn't going to stick you with something that's just going to be like that.
Oh, by the way, it's not one. You have 10 of these.
Yeah.
Hardy picks up the marble and he's just gonna pocket it and try, hopefully not get stuck with it. And then he's like, "Oh, guys, I forgot. Check this out." And he puts his paw down, and then he's gonna use his action to turn his ring of mind shielding, which you keep forgetting to make an item sheet for. He's gonna make it turn visible, and he's like, "Look, I'm magic.
Oh,
I'm doing magic."
A ring appears on his a ring that you guys have seen in the castle, the Mirage Tower, appears on Hardy's hand, on his finger.
I can do what you guys can do, but only to this ring. It's like I'm a baby magician.
I like it.
Don't ask me to do any card tricks though.
All right.
do with dice though.
Remy, was that everything you had to pass around?
I got like 9 more of those sticky things if you want.
Yee.
I'd rather not, knowing my fur. It's matted enough.
We should save that for a rainy day. Shoot some sticky marbles.
Yes.
If you know what I mean.
No.
You don't want
I'm gonna pull out
to. You really don't want to know what I mean.
Warrior's Bane.
Okay, you
And,
pull out this little
hand it
vial
over.
of poison that you guys have identified as poison, and who are you gonna hand it to?
Yeah. Quiven.
Okay.
Oh.
He hands you this. You have identified it the day before, last night, and you know it as Warrior's Bane.
I don't feel comfortable holding death in my hand.
I would.
All right, here you go. Thank you. I appreciate it, Remy, but not my strong suit.
Oh, I'm sure on our many adventures we'll find plenty of more cool stuff.
Probably.
At this point, Quiven, you see Henri has taken out her lightning wand and is trying to like push against the thorn crown, and it's not moving. She's like,
Oh, the trick to that is you actually have to use the lightning, and then it'll actually.
"Oh
Blast it.
yeah," and she
Hardy,
Go ahead.
Hardy like hears this and scampers like as far away from the.
Okay,
as
so
possible.
by the way, the cart's moving.
Hold up. Let me just.
I was just gonna.
That's not a good idea, actually. Do not.
It's a great idea.
I
It's a great idea.
I'm gonna just roll an insight check for her.
Okay.
She's like,
That's my deception.
No. Like,
Okay.
just to see how
God.
smart
Do I even
or
have a
wise
fucking
she
hand? I
thinks this idea is, because she's a bit wise, but she's not the smartest individual.
Henri, we can wait till we get to safe land. I don't want to.
No. Trust me, you can do it. This will be so great. I want to see this happen.
Hardy's like, I really don't want to turn blue into pork chops. If we can avoid it.
Just point up, and we're good.
No.
Yeah, Hardy on the roofs.
Hardy, just move a little bit back.
I'm gonna.
You're good there.
I'm gonna snap my fingers and make Batars disappear again.
Are you trying to convince her? Because she was about to put
yeah.
her. Okay, just she doesn't want to hurt Quiven.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
grab
just
one of the
aim
health
it.
pots from my bag and just hold it in my
Hardy's using
hand.
his climb speed. He's climbing down the back of the cart. And he's
Yeah,
just
you're
looking
hanging on the
at
back of the
window.
cart in a way.
I have a healing potion right here as well. If things get
I
dire,
mean,
we'll be fine.
Grandpa, it might work.
If you think it'll work, I trust you.
Remy, stop the cart. Let's do this outside. I don't want to destroy the thing.
Okay. I have
Alright.
benzene.
She steps out. The sun is quite dry and blistery. There's not a cloud in the sky as you step out onto the cracked dirt ground beneath you. You guys see little bits of insects scattering into the cracks as you do so, and you turn around, and
I'm gonna mold earth around my feet and put my feet in the ground. All right, let's do this.
She's like, "All right, Grandpa, are you sure? It's probably gonna hurt a lot."
Quivin, I put a hand on you. Don't worry, it's all good.
I trust Michelle.
And I more or less I'm inspiring you as well.
He seems to know what he's doing, and I trust you. Hurt me.
Okay.
From my understanding of magic, this could work.
Hardy at this moment, like Hardy just sort of like yells. He's like, "What's that?" And I want to make a deception check to see if anyone's just gonna look.
Okay. Give me a deception check.
I look immediately.
I'm just gonna roll an insight for her. She's a little too focused on Quivin on what to do, but Quivin turns around, looks. At this point, you see her find this opportunity to be like the best because he's turned away from her. She pulls out the wand, points it to his like temple-ish area, and you see it charge with electricity as a streak of lightning comes off the wand. But you guys see something strange. Not only does it automatically hit Quivin, because you're not going to make a dex save, Quivin, you see a bit of the lightning come off and strike Henri's arm, and you could see her kind of like holding and gripping onto the wand as if it's hurting her too a bit. And so she uses one charge of the thing, and then Quivin, you take 36 points of lightning damage.
At this point in time, Michelle sees if the crowd is still...
Oh, wait. No, wait. The crowd. I forgot. This was what you guys are doing. Alright. So as soon as that happens, Quivin, as soon as you feel this lightning course through your veins, and you're like you're about to like foam at the mouth and go unconscious, the pain ends. And for a brief moment, everything feels alright, then all of a sudden there's a blistering sharp pain around your head. The rest of you guys notice the crown, as Quivin's about to keel over, the spikes like roll over it, digging into his skin and scalp around it. Bits of blood start to pour out. You're put to 1 HP instead. However, the vines holding up the crown just erode away, and all is left is the spikes embedded into your skin. The spikes are still there. Your maximum HP is now at half, Quivin.
All right.
And
wow, what a very productive day, guys.
So it ended up doing the opposite of what I thought it would happen.
But Quivin,
yes.
you're Henri's like, Grandpa, you okay? Hey, we got some of it off.
I would like to go into the cart now, please. Somebody pull me out of the dirt.
Hardy leads over to Remy. He's like,
"Oh
man, He leans over. He's like, "You almost got to tell someone else that they killed a loved one today. Wow."
Remy's just like in shock of everything that's just transpired, and he's just still aghast. Gonna turn to Hardy.
Hey Pete, what was that 3d6 roll?
That was for her.
Oh, okay.
She took 12 points of lightning damage. As you can see,
I thought
bits
that was
of
something you
scarring.
forgot to roll, so I was gonna say if those two numbers combined, I would have died.
No.
Really quick, out of character. I had the best intentions with that.
I know, and I know none of you knew, and that was the best part. It was a cursed item.
You should have just let me have it.
I tried. It didn't come off. That's alright. I'm gonna go take my seat in the cart.
I've learned whenever a park gives us a crown that seems like it has a really good effect, it's always fucking
Terrible.
cursed.
Always
Every
terrible.
single time.
Never trust
what? An Iroh is cursed?
No, he's not a crown.
Wait, what's the other crown that I gave you?
Crown
guys?
of Dual
Crown
Minds.
of-
Oh
Mind.
yeah, Crown of Dual Minds, where you could hold 2 concentration spells, but it like has a chance to fuck with your alignment. Yeah, that was great.
Oh, that's what it did. Because I didn't let it get that far.
No, it had a chance, and I think you tried it twice, and both times it didn't change anything. Because you have to roll for it, and you basically your personality flips. Because like you need 2 people to kind of hold 2 spells, and it's your other personality holding the spell.
I'm gonna poke my head out of the cart. Can someone join me in here? My legs keep shaking and I can't stop them.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
Come on,
yeah.
Grandpa,
Alright.
I'm feeling good.
Yeah, you guys pile in. You guys spend the rest of the day kind of getting ready, and by the time
I play some smooth jazz.
Hardy's gonna do a medicine check on poor freaking Quiven.
by the way, yeah,
To see
and-
what's up.
make your check. All right, so that's pretty hot. You're thinking you should probably remove those thorns, and you go to touch it, and as soon as he touches equipment, it's just like a shock of pain, like somebody
This is the
stabbed
most pain
you
I've ever felt.
with a
Please do not
dagger.
touch me.
Like you're lucky you don't have to sleep, because this will probably
This
keep you
feels
up.
just like the first time we hunted. And the
Hardy-
second time we battled.
Hardy remembers the sticky marble and it considers it for a second, but then remember he's not an evil alignment.
Oh
so-
my god, it would have drove him insane.
Too late.
All right.
That was, a,
9,000 volts probably did.
that was a really stuck in there.
And yes, they are.
All right. And you guys, the night comes. You guys find a slightly raised, elevated area, where next to a high enough rock, like a large boulder. You guys can take another long rest if you would like, and roll your hit dice.
Hardy's gonna make a meal tonight.
Okay.
If you guys gain 2 extra hit dice on your long rest, and we will all have advantage on saving throws against disease for the next 24 hours.
Can you tell me what kind of meal you're making and with what?
I figure
Bread
it's gonna
sandwiches.
be something relatively low key since we didn't really do too much hunting today. He's gonna go for a nice vegetarian meal, just from like sort of the kind of like the leftover scraps from. I feel like we had like potatoes or something the other night.
Yeah.
So it's just sort of like leftovers, but more vegetarian based. And he apologizes to Henri because he knows she's a huge brat.
Yep.
I'm gonna pull 2 slices of bread out of my bag. They're slightly moldy, and put it between the bread. Made another sandwich.
Hardy smacks the sandwich out.
No,
Stop it!
I'm in enough pain.
By the way,
That will
you
make
guys,
it worse.
you guys could tell Quiven looks miserable. He looks like he's like even after the night when you guys wake up in the morning, he just looks like he's not fully himself. He's not fully there.
I'm gonna
he
like
looks a little
as I
gaunt.
wake up, I'm gonna be staring right at Remy. Like as soon as Remy's eyes flutter open. I don't sleep. I felt this all through
No.
the night.
You don't feel the pain if nothing's touching it. If you were trying to sleep and you rested your head, you'd feel it.
I don't sleep, Remy.
Okay, Grandpa. Those are
I don't mean to be a
still in your
bother.
head, huh?
Yes. I've tried everything. I've tried crying. I've tried asking it nicely.
I was
I
like,
even wrote a letter in my book. It still hasn't come out.
you're like spellcasters, am I correct? Why not do something about it?
try.
I guess you did try. You did try to
You think it's
blow
magic?
his head off.
Oh, I haven't tried one thing.
At him.
I have not tried one thing. And I kind of like poke my head out of the cart as we're going along, and I cast Phantasmal on myself.
Oh my god. Okay, so one action, range 60 feet. You cast the illusion that takes root in your mind that you can see within range. What is this illusion that you would do you automatically decide to fail?
I fail. Yeah.
Yeah. What is the
It's
solution?
just me without the crown of thorns, and I'm
Okay.
quite happy.
You see Quiven's head sticking out the window. He's kind of blissfully in a daze, like just happy. And then after a minute, his expression kind of sours.
That didn't work either.
My internet cut out for like a split second when he said phantasmal, and I thought he said phantasmal killer, and I was shitting myself.
Because that probably would have killed him.
Yes, well.
One, how would he know phantasmal
Yeah.
killer? Two, what the fuck?
All right. So, what do you guys want to do anything for this day? You guys have 3 more days. This is the 3rd day.
Hardy's
yes.
gonna go hunting.
Alright. I would like to chill with Michelle, and none of you answered my question yesterday. Tell me about yourselves. Where do you?
Hey, Mishi, fill him in on this one.
I mean, we both met in the circus, and that was years ago.
Well, yes, I know that part, but like before then, what were you? What did you do? Where did you come from?
I was an orphan.
I am an elf, and I came from elven parents.
I feel like you're being mysteriously vague for no reason at all.
1 second. Michelle, would you be kind of like fiddling with your object or no?
No.
Okay. I just wanted to know.
Out of not knowing the context of that. Put that away, Michelle.
Sorry, I thought I could have time to pee. I'm just sticking my entire body outside the door.
Oh my god.
I came from the capital of.
Well, Michelle, do you want to roll a d20 first? Since you made that joke. Okay, alright. Good to know.
Yeah, I came from the capital of Tethele. You don't know anything about it. So, I don't know what backstory you want from me. You're not going to know anything.
I know a few things.
Well, do you know about the Eldoran family?
No.
Then there we go.
Good
That's
enough.
as much.
Henri's like, what is the Alderaan family? What do they do? I mean, my
shame what Darth Vader did to your family.
my family's just a bunch of farmers, so it's boring. It's boring.
Do you know the capital of Tethele?
At this point, Remy, Quiven, and Hardy can all make history checks.
I've never heard of Tititile. Sorry.
All right. Hardy, you know Tethele to be a... Actually, I'm going to just tell you on the side. So you can share what you want to.
Gotcha.
You know Tethele to be the capital of I mean, Tethele is a country, and it's the Elven country, where it was formed after all the spires decide to converge to one. At least the ones on the material plane. You know that they were a conquering country at one point. And some older folk still have a bitter taste in their mouth for the high elves for that reason. Like that dwarf that you guys met in Oberhork. Interestingly, though, they haven't caused any conflicts lately. But you know their military might is great. They have... And if anything, some people fear the elves for that reason. You know their capital is quite large. It's one of the largest, just like Masluril. And even with a 20, that's probably all you would know, because you haven't been there. But this is the stuff you would have heard. Okay.
Would I know that, like, temperature-wise, is it, like,
It's
warmer, colder than Masluril?
the general country. It's such a
Yes.
huge landmass. There's places that are colder up north, towards where the Dragonborn live. There's some warmer places like towards the center. Towards the coastal area where the capital is. It's a bit warmer.
Is it as warm
No.
as Masluril?
No, Masluril is.
That's all I need to know.
Okay, Masluril is much more warmer and temperate.
But
What
nothing.
page on?
Okay.
15.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's really cold there.
Yeah, it can be in certain places, especially in the southern area. Do you know anything about the capital?
Oh no, not really. I mean, like I know some stuff, but like not like a lot.
So how do you pronounce the capital? Is it Sari?
It is.
Sayari?
Sorry.
Sorry. So my parents live there. They're pretty high up. They do a lot of political stuff. I don't know much about it. They wanted me to get into the business, but it wasn't my thing.
Right on me. Don't join the machine, man.
Hardy
Just a weapon attack, Tristan.
Hardy raises a.
Just a weapon attack.
Exactly. Explain slashing flourish then. With a ranged weapon.
Wait, you
I mean,
could
like-
do a slashing flurry with
So-
a ranged weapon?
All blade flourish, all it says is attack action. Nothing specifies range or melee. Which is really fucking weird.
Okay, well,
I would go with the title and.
it's just a name because even the name doesn't specify slashing. I figure it's just a flavor thing where if you shoot someone with an arrow, it'll slash by their arm. It will stab in.
Or like it would be more flavor-esque.
Okay.
But
I definitely
like a
feel like the
mobile
flourish
archer.
part of it is the defining part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, technically there are blades on the end of arrows. Like,
yeah, tiny
Little
blades.
tiny blades.
Why not make a siege bolt where you attach a shit ton of daggers to the front, right?
Because I can understand defensive flourish or mobile flourish with the ranged weapon, but slashing flourish,
Yeah.
where if you...
What were you saying, Hardy?
Sorry.
Hardy kind of is like, so they're higher ups, huh? They in the military business at all?
I don't know much about that. I just know they do a lot of political stuff. I used to play at their grand parties as one of their... Oh, look, this is my child. He can play so well. And then, yeah. You mean...
Hardy's doing an insight check on that.
Okay. Michelle.
Yeah.
This is where you could make stuff up about your family, and I will write it in accordingly. Whether you're telling the truth or not, please make a deception check.
This is full on telling the truth.
Okay. Then yeah. He shows more Hardy. He shows more of like a his expression darkens a bit, but it's not because he's trying to hide anything from what you could tell. Like it's from him recalling just a bit sour memories.
Hardy's gonna twirl the wheat grass in his mouth a little bit.
And this time it's like it's much shorter by now. Like you nod through.
Hardy slept with it in his mouth. Like it's
Yeah.
So, Quinn, want to know anything else about my back story? Because you're so fond of it. You want to know what my parents' names are? You want to know what my sister's names are? You want to know what
you got a sister.
first instrument that I ever played?
Sure.
How far back? Okay.
As far back as you want to tell me. I'm not gonna pressure you.
Fiddle, Varus, Mara, Bryn.
Your father was named Fiddle. That is. Oh, that's the name of the thing on your back.
I didn't put it in the right order.
I love you guys.
Varus.
You guys are great.
Mara, Bryn, Fiddle. There we go.
You wanna send that to me over Discord so I can spell it properly?
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, well, he seems a little perturbed. I apologize. We'll continue this later in a better mood. Hardy, what about you?
Oh, just grew up on the streets. Never really knew my parents. What was it? I was the run of the litter. You better believe it or not. it's just hilarious because he like most. I
They're
don't
quite
know.
big for a runt.
Yeah, well, you know, they say never trust a skinny chef. So when you go without eating for a really long time, you know, it kind of creeps up on you, and then when you can finally eat, you just keep eating. You know, I used to be a little bit more, you know, nimble than I am now. But you know, all the cooking, all them calories, you know, Weight Watchers doesn't exist in this fantasy world. That's gonna be Hardy's goal to make up Weight Watchers.
Oh my god.
The Atkins diet, the Hardy diet.
Oh, the Hardy diet.
Oh no.
Hardy, what of the
Hardy path to healthiness.
Meadow Sands? What is that?
Oh, that's the tavern that I'm hopefully going to be able to take you guys to. That's the first place I got a job at, and I've worked at it ever since.
I need to know one thing. How good is the food there?
The best food ever? You like my food? Well,
holy shit, we need to go right now. How quickly can we get there?
How quickly can we get to this area?
By the way, you guys have been traveling at a medium pace because none of you specified. If you guys want to travel faster, you can, but you'll push Blue a bit.
We'll get over there when we get there. Consider
don't need to push
the I make.
In the meantime, I do have plenty of bread.
We need to get you better
Stop
bread.
offering us bread.
How are you not amazed? I've been eating twigs and leaves my whole life, and this squishy goodness is now.
No, I think
Okay.
I prefer twigs and leaves, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah, Grandpa, that bread's gone bad.
No.
Hardy's just looking. He's like, oh, the Meadow Sands food is gonna blow your little mind, old man.
It's not that small.
I mean, with those daggers in it, it might be.
I mean,
Well,
it
yeah.
is now.
Like,
But yeah, you know, I got brought in. You know, I started learning the business. You know, became friends with the boss. You know, it just made friends. And I got really good at cooking. You know, I learned some things. I saw some things. I learned some other things. It's not really that interesting. I'm just a chef.
Have you ever actually tried to utilize your two swords for cuisine?
I don't swords. What? I don't carry swords. These are cooking knives.
Okay, have you ever tried to utilize them?
Oh yeah, but
Okay.
what do you mean try? These are what I use almost all the time. I just use these other utensils because we don't have something big enough for me to make.
Hardy, he's not usually
Like this
in
is
the
for
kitchen.
big roasts.
It's quite scary. He swings them around like the.
Hardy, I've seen you use those knives to, like, kill things, man.
Yeah, I
Use those
could
to
not
cook?
imagine you using that in a tight, confined space.
I might have to tell your boss
You-
about this.
I
You
turned
guys,
I'm sorry you had to deal with this. That's scary.
Yes, if
how do you think I got so good at cooking? You know, cooking and killing is very similar art. You cut a roast, you can cut a man's throat. That's what they say.
My god, there's so many good gems. I hope all of these are like
Oh, that
clipped
was-
because I want to save all of them
That
because
was
these are
great,
all
man.
great so far.
You know, Michelle, we should make some sort of occupational safety and health administration. I feel like this
Yeah.
particular scenario. could
I
benefit
mean, like,
from an
listen,
ocean-
like-
Could you imagine how many people would get injured if we did not implement this?
yes.
I mean, listen,
I don't know,
like
guys.
in the kitchen, like this is for like big roasts. I obviously would I clean them every night. You know, you guys don't see me sanitizing them. We do a bigger sanitization, you know, if I'm actually cooking with them. But,
Insight
you know,
check.
Yeah, you can
I've
insight
seen
check.
I've seen you lick them, so I really don't believe.
Hardy
Yeah, that's not
keeps.
sanitary, dude.
So Hardy has definitely been slacking on the sanitization. Like those of you who actually, I don't know, he's partially telling the truth. I'll roll a deception check for Hardy's not telling the truth.
No, yeah, you could just roll a deception check still.
Oh,
Yeah, no, like he cleans them. You guys actually seen him clean his blade, and from what you remember, he did it along the way to Tennyson when you guys had to catch some, grub for, But I mean, that's the last time you
I'm
remember.
not
But
quite
he
sure
definitely is
how
telling
often
the truth.
you have to be doing that, but I saw him do him once. He did it once.
Yeah, well, like I said, like these is when I use this when we're cooking big roast. If we take down something big we cook, I will cook it with these.
I mean,
bad
true.
boys.
I knew you were supposed to sanitize it, but how long between? I never actually knew about that.
Yeah, well, I mean, like that's the thing. Like I'm probably gonna have to take these into the shop and get them sharpened up at some point. But you know, they're still doing pretty okay.
Oh
so,
yeah. Speaking of which, I need to resharpen my sword. It's getting quite dull.
Plus,
Yes,
you know,
right.
these special. Hardy's like kind of like he's like wagging the bag of his like super special, awesome like mini shit, like normal people size chef utensils.
Mhm.
Plus, these bad boys are so cool. Like I can't stop using them.
Oh, like
It would
yeah,
take forever for the roast that I normally do though.
it's kept in like very nice, like soft leather thing that's kind of rolled up. But yeah.
I mean, if I was gonna cook, that seems like normal.
Yeah, because you're thinking inside the box. If you want to be a master chef, you got to think outside the box.
I'm
They
sorry.
don't-
What is a utensil?
Okay, at this point, Remy, you guys can see outside. It's getting pretty late already, but outside there's clouds rolling in. From what you kind of recall, you should be about a day out from Oberhork. There's no way you'll probably catch it before the storm hits, and it's already getting dark. The reason why you know you're about a day's out is because when you were on the way here, about a day, it takes about a day to get away from like the grassy, like slightly grassy lands of Oberhork, where the Fertile Crescent starts. The fertile lands to the east of Santepo starts. So that's, you guys are hitting that point where you guys have almost made it through the sit. This place is still marshy and swampy, but it's grassland with some trees, few trees. And yeah, there's clouds, like dark clouds rolling in and quick.
That doesn't look good. Should be set up shelter somewhere.
Yeah, preferably not under a tree with hornets in it, right?
Hey. Nobody else saw the hornets either, okay?
Well,
Right,
yeah,
like-
in the back. So
Right,
I mean, I
shake
saw it,
the
but I
hornet's
had
nest
no
over
idea
here.
what it was.
what do we see outside the carpet?
You guys see basically this kind of winding path between, and it's not a full road. It's not paved at all. It's just slightly worn, where you can see, divots in the ground where the grass doesn't grow as well, and you could see it kind of winding through some of the sparse trees and stuff like that, and it just continues east from what you guys can tell. The ground here is relatively dry and the grassland is very sparse, but it's still grassland. And the
Remy,
trees.
do you
Would
mind trying to
I have
find
enough
us a
time?
place?
To find a space.
Yeah, you can.
Considering my caravan specialist
Okay.
background,
Give me a survival check.
I believe I get advantage with that.
Yes, I'm sure you do. With your
Nice.
where you find like rests and stuff like that, I believe you do. Okay. It takes you still a bit. The rain starts pouring and you can see the even here the ground, once it starts getting wet, it starts to, like, the cars start to sink a bit, but since you're on the trail, it seems like it's holding on. As the heavy rain starts to pour, you could see the mud caking on like clay onto the wheels, but by the time you get to this area that you saw in the distance, it's between a bunch of rocks that you could tell are, those places are usually more solid ground, otherwise the rocks would have sunk deeper and deeper. So even if your cart would sink a bit, you would be able to dig yourself out easier in that kind of situation. So you kind of get to that area and kind of hunker down near, like, in between some of these more closely densely packed trees. And because of it already starting to get dark in this dark cloud overhead now, it's quite dark. It's almost as if oddly nightfall came pretty quickly. But yeah, I need everyone to give me a perception check. Okay. All right. Hardy.
How many nats one is that now, Quivin?
Too many.
Hardy, in the distance, through the heavy rain that's now pouring, you can see what looks like a wagon. It looks like the trail kind of splits at this point, from what you kind of can tell, and there is a wagon kind of on its side. One of its wheels seems to be missing, just kind of abandoned there.
Hey, guys, there's a wagon over there, but not like, oh, hey, look, friends for us to hang out with. It's like on its side, not
Here.
looking too great.
I will.
It's quite dark for me, so I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna ping it. The wagon's about here, and let me just change the. There we go. Hope that goes through. There we go.
Andre, can you cast light on me again?
Who's casting light?
Andre.
Okay, yeah, Henri will cast light on you. Give me a second, because I need to change over with this screen too. And light is 40 by 20, and all players see it. Okay.
Oh, look at blue.
Yeah, blue's there.
One sec.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't ride him, damn it. Okay.
Give me a second. I forgot to look up giant goat stats again.
I think it's on the Discord.
I know.
thought you said giant ghost for a second. I was like, what the fuck?
Yes, there's a giant ghost among you. Alright, no. But yeah, you can see the wagon in the distance. It's over here.
Wait, does Blue have more HP than Quivin?
Yes, Blue does. At this point, because Quivin has fucking ruined his HP with that. I can't believe you're like, let's use Lightning Bolt to ruin. I was like, oh shit, I kind of want to let this happen, so I'm gonna let it happen. And you guys are pushing for it, so I let it happen. Alright. 11. Okay. You guys are good to
Hop out of the cart.
Okay, yeah, you can exit through any direction.
Hardy's still standing on top, but he has drawn his chef utensils. Not the good chef utensils, the big chef utensils. At this point, and he is like, "Well, fellas, we might be eating good tonight, or we might be eating some really vile shit. But let's be on our guard, eh?"
I'm using my rod of the pack keeper as a.
Okay.
Michelle,
Yes.
go ahead. Sorry, Duke.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I was just gonna say I'm gonna pull a hand while we ready things.
Okay, yeah, you pull a hand, so you can roll for that. Henri's like, it's really raining out there. I'm not going to. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay here.
That's alright, I could use a bath. Michelle, let's go check it out, being the most healthy and purposeful of the group.
Hardy's gonna hop
I
down with him.
usually don't worry about your health, but I really do worry about your health. I'm gonna cast invisibility on you.
Okay.
Oh,
Quivin, you turn invisible.
alright.
I can't believe that's coming out of my mouth, but don't be stupid. Don't die.
By the way, it's raining hard right now, and I mean it's pouring.
It's a good video game.
Yes. Not only that,
Press X to Jason.
I just want to know everyone's past perception to see what they see as you guys
Perception?
approach perception. As
9.
12. 15.
15. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So as you approach the cart, you guys can move yourselves there. As you guys approach it, you all notice a few things. Hardy, you notice right away in the distance. There's a few odd objects embedded into the cart. It's a bunch of arrows just sticking from the cart. Not only that, there's no boxes, there's no barrels, there's no body. It
looks like somebody might have hit this with a raid, some sort of raid. Look at the arrows.
I go over and inspect the arrow. Can I tell what make it is? Is it elven?
Give me a nature check for that, or a survival.
Ooh, survival's one more.
Okay. They're crude arrows. Made with bits of jagged steel that doesn't look like they're properly sharpened. If anything, they've just kind of been like torn and chipped away from other scrap metal and tied to the front. The feathers on it, the fletching on it, is made with these like kind of oily looking like feathers. It's kind of gross. You also notice when you get this close, it's the wagon pretty new. It's just ruined and mangled.
So it's definitely not elven arrows. I can spot those quite well. Anyone else? They seem to be very crude.
May I see it?
From the distance
Where?
and through the rain, you guys hear. From the distance.
I grab the back of your thigh.
Oh God. Okay.
From the distance, you guys could hear Henri go, like, kind of stick her head out the window and go, is it all right out there?
Keep your eyes out for flying arrows.
She closes the window.
Clever girl.
Clever girl. All right, so who's doing what again?
I'm gonna take a look at the arrows, see if I can see survival.
Yes. Give me a survival check. I mean, they look crude. From Michelle's description, yeah, they look crude and
I
gnarly.
can't tell they don't look like anything I've seen.
I guess I'll do a survival check on arrows, but I also want to do an investigation on the inside of the cart.
Okay. All right. So the survival check. Yeah. Whoever made this knew what they're doing. Even though it looks gnarly, if somebody tries to pull that out, it will tear. It will tear through their skin because it's just jagged chunks of metal in the front. Not only that, it doesn't seem to be coated with anything, even though the rain probably would have washed it away. You don't see any like marks or staining on it, like if oil was used to coat it. But your investigation on the cart, as you kind of comb through some of the insides, you notice that there's like slash marks too. Pitted marks in the wood where something might have stabbed it. You see blood stains now that you're looking closely that probably aged for about a day and has stained the wood. There's and that's about it that you notice with the 11.
Artie's gonna relay this, and he's gonna sheath one of the swords so he can like carry an arrow, and he's like, "See, look at the blade here. Look at the tip of the arrows. You try and pull this out, this will shred skin." And inside the cart, there's slashes. It looks like stab marks, blood.
Battle of some type.
It doesn't look like it was much of a battle. More like an ambush.
Looks like a murder.
I mean, yeah, that's usually what happens during ambushes.
Yeah.
We should keep our guard up. Probably not going to have a very good night here.
Hardy, as you talk to Remy with your passive perception, you notice a shuffling. These trees are pretty, dense foliage because of the season right now. But there is something kind of juts out of the foliage and pulls back in right here. Right here.
Ooh. Wait, let me give a good measurement on that one, Park.
That is about 30, 45 feet. 45.
Hardy, as soon as Hardy sees this, he's going to whip out his feline instincts.
Okay.
Or his feline reflexes and charge. Just like he'll be like, he's like in mid-sentence, and as soon as he sees it, he bolts at it.
Okay. At this point, then, move yourself there, and then I'll start something.
Like, this is sword out, like he's gonna swing at the bush.
Oh, yeah.
To see, like...
Oh, it's not a bush. It's a tree. It's about...
Yeah, I mean the foliage.
Yeah, the 10 foot up.
A tree. It's a druid.
Yes. It's an awakened tree. You just pissed off. Alright. Give me 1 second.
Yar the ants.
Yar har fiddly dee.
No, not that one. Actually, no, that one's good. Okay. So as you charge up and you start swinging at the thing, you hear, with your past perception, you would hear, like, down to us. And you could hear, like, a whistle being blown. And at this point, I need everyone to roll initiative. Alright. You still don't see who's there. Hardy, Quiven, and I rolled 1 for blue, just so you guys know.
Thank you.
You could dictate his actions, Remy.
Alright.
He is a dumb animal. He knows you're friendly.
But he's my
Don't you
dumb.
dare say blue's dumb. You'll get something that you won't see coming at you.
Nah, Bear's pretty dumb.
Alright. So,
Nice.
is everyone... Oh, I forgot to roll for Henri. Sorry. I was like, who hasn't rolled yet? Come on. Alright. So, let's see. Let's go in descending order. Alright, so the first thing, as soon as you hear that, Hardy, this goblinoid jumps down from the tree and rushes you.
Gives you a little spoop.
And he jumps down from the tree and goes, ha! Yeah! And he just tries to, like, jab you with this, like, jagged-looking spear, and he kind of jumps from the tree to do it. You... Give me 1 second. It's right here. Okay, so nimble escapes. Yep, there's that. God damn it.
There is nimble escape. Yep.
Yeah, I just gotta make sure I know what I'm doing. Alright. He makes 1 attack, and that's a 15 to hit you.
That does not hit.
Alright, as you kind of deftly hit, his spear goes into the wet soil. His feet kind of sink 6 inches into the into the mud, and he's kind of like stuck there. He's trying to pull his feet out. And now it is the other one. From the shadows, he's going to attack the most visible person, which is Remy, the most unique person. That is a natural 20. Remy.
Oh boy.
And out of the ouch. All right, out of the I'm gonna make him visible, but you still won't be able to see him. Actually, I'm gonna make all of them visible. No. Nah. Okay. Yeah. So basically, out of the tree line, right around here, Remy, somewhere in here, you are shot by an arrow that deals 9 points of piercing damage as it just sinks into your chest.
Mish, they shot me. They shot me.
Alright, another one's gonna shoot, and it's gonna shoot at Henri, but it just thuds into the side of the carriage, because, you know, she's in full cover. And the following one, give me a second, I hit all these guys like an idiot, and I shouldn't have done that. Alright. The following one jumps down. He brandishes like this gnarly little scimitar that's curved and jagged, and he starts to rush you, Michelle. And he just runs for you and turns to you, and he's just like, ah! And he just goes to swing wildly at you with his scimitar. It is a 19 to hit, surprisingly.
That hits.
Yeah. That is 8 points of slashing damage as the blade surprises you and gets you between the armors around your ribs, and you can feel the stinging and the blood starting to seep into your clothing now. And now, Hardy, it's your turn.
Hardy is going to he's going to swing at him with his main chef knife, and as he does, he's going to draw the other one in his offhand and swing as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You slash into the goblin.
Whoops! That's a 23 to hit for one, and a critical fail of the 5. The other one.
Just roll me a D100. Yeah, you're fine. As the slashing for 23.
Wow,
that's 3.
Ass for damage right now. Yeah, I only 3 slashing from
all right.
first level.
Yeah, the goblin does not look good, but you managed to land a hit, and like as you swing with the giant chef knife, it cleaves into it. He backs up a bit, and the second one just kind of goes into the dirt, into the mud, and just kind of like gets caked into the mud, and you just kind of as you pull it back out.
Oh man, I'm gonna be cleaning this for weeks. This is awful.
Awful, fucking awful, guys. It's fucking awful. All right. This one, he shoots at blue, and he manages to hit, dealing 6 points of damage. Blue takes 6 points damage, folks. He's dying. This goblin. I just want to see the next two. All right, that one, then that one. All right, this one. I'm only gonna reveal them if they would reveal themselves, like from hiding positions, because as a bonus action they would hide again if they could. So this one comes out of the woodworks here and starts to like go for the door, but it wasn't Henri's turn, right? So it's gonna make it inside and attack Henri. Natural 20, and I rolled 2 1s. I rolled 2 1s with the damage, so that's 4. All right. Henri's turn. She looks at the goblin that just tried to strike her, and she touches her. Actually, no, she's not gonna do that yet. She's gonna reach her hand out and cast Shocking Grasp at it. Does that hit? Oh, it just hits. No, that's the giant goat. Goblins are at 15. No, it doesn't hit. As she misses and whiffs pretty big. Alright. Now it is goblin number that turn. He's gonna move up a bit. By the way, you guys are being pelted from all over. It seems like you guys are surrounded here. And he's going to aim at you, Quivin.
I am invisible.
Oh, yeah, you're invisible. Then he's gonna aim for Remy.
Yay. I mean, boo.
That is a 19 to hit. Not Remy, it's Michelle. Sorry.
Michelle? Yeah, that hits.
Because it's, yeah. So that is a 4 points of piercing, Michelle. And it's your turn.
No. I just saw Hardy ran off, so I'm gonna try to give chase to him.
There is a goblin right in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm moving about this far in.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's gonna get an attack of opportunity on you.
Yep.
And that is a whopping 7. So.
That hits.
Does it? Yeah, I was gonna say you're one of the highest AC.
Once I get here, I am going to look into this general bush area and cast sleep.
Okay. You cast it sleep right here in this general area.
Yep, and I exclude all teammates if it hits teammates.
Yeah, it goes from the lowest to highest HP. And what is the area? 20 by 20 feet?
Yep.
Okay. 19, huh? Oof. Ugh. Alright. Give me a moment. I gotta do some calculating.
No, it's 29.
Oh, 29. That guy's an 8. That guy's an 8. That guy's an 8. And that guy's an 8. Alright, so the guy One of them drops out of the tree for sure. So I gotta mark these guys. Sleeping.
Hey.
All right.
I've been holding on to the spell. I'm like, I want to use this. Just let me use it.
A. All right. Fucking A. So.
There's
21.
an animated spell book about this exact scenario, and I love it. I'm glad I witnessed it.
Okay, so you would knock out 3 of them. They would all fall asleep.
Yeah.
And these all appear, and they are asleep. The drop isn't as much for them to, wake up, because this tree is actually pretty lower because it's a bigger tree. But let's see. Give me a second. I need to. What am I doing? There it is. All right, and now it's the next person's turn because you put 3 of them to sleep. Are you gonna do anything else?
No, I can't do anything else.
All right, that one's asleep, so it just doesn't do anything. Blue's turn. Remy, what are you gonna do? Blue's tied up. What do you want him to do?
He's tied up.
Yeah, because he's tied to the cart.
reins. Yeah. Blue, just stay there, buddy. All right, I got you. I got you covered. Don't worry. Me and Uncle Ira will cover you. Just stay there.
It kind of like Blue kind of bucks a bit, and you can see there's an arrow sticking out of him.
Don't worry,
Quiven,
buddy.
it's your turn. You're invisible, and there's a goblin right next to you.
Okay, you said it's raining very heavy. Did I hear Michelle cast this spell?
You would see him over there doing something, and then all of a sudden over there, goblins dropping from the tree.
You saw me
By
take
the way,
out a handful of rose petals and then throw them out.
3 goblins drop onto the ground. They're here. You just can't see them because of the way the line of sight works. But they're here. Oh yeah, you do.
Actually, no, I see 2.
Yeah.
Okay, like in character though, can I see them or no?
Yeah, you can. They're over.
Okay.
They're on this square, and this square.
Okay, I'm going to line up Shatter perfectly in a sphere so I can hit all 3.
How big is Shatter?
It is a 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point.
Okay, go for it.
Alright, cool.
I'm pretty sure it's con saves.
Yep.
It is... Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Con save. 14 con save. Alright, so 12, a 13, a natural 20, and a 7. So only one of them is going to succeed. And how much damage? It's 16 to all of them, right?
Thunder. Yeah, well, half damage to the guy who succeeds.
I don't think it would matter.
Hey.
Yeah. As you see the sleeping guys, they all kind of like shake awake, and then you see bits of blood and like basically escape from the ears. They're basically out.
I turned over to Quiven. We should open up a extermination shop.
We are quite good at this. I
Yeah.
like this relationship going.
I'm gonna mark him as X's. So
Okay.
they're out. And you
That is a
actually
bonus
and then an extra one drops from the tree
Oh.
line.
Ooh.
Because you fucking caught him too.
As a bonus action, I'm gonna mark the guy in front of me with Hex.
Okay, yeah, you mark him with X. You become visible, by the way, now.
I know.
Okay. All right. And
Let's
now,
imagine
the
the-
rod.
The Goblin Terror as this fucking
man, you guys
big
just
old
rinsed-
hairy dude.
You guys rinsed 4 of him in instantly. Okay, so Hardy, it's a 21 to hit you.
That hits.
All right. That's 7 points of piercing damage. As from the tree that the goblin jumped down, another arrow just comes right down and sinks into your, into your arm, your bare arms, your cat arms.
How many points of
7.
damage was that again?
7 points.
This isn't Jin anymore. It's no bear arms.
Yeah, it's not bare arms anymore. Boring. All right. I'll move this here for you guys.
Can you imagine if Hardy was a fucking werebear though?
Oh my god.
Werecat?
I'm trying to. I'll make
A
him
were tiger. A tabaxi were tiger.
Oh, Pete, that goblin has
I can't
disadvantage on
even
wisdom
look
checks.
at like during the moon.
Okay, he has disadvantage on wisdom checks. Got it.
Yeah.
All right. He's still not available because he's hiding. Remy, what are you doing? It's your turn.
So this guy's still in front of us, right?
Yes.
Okay.
My hex kind of looks like a snake coiling around somebody.
Yeah, you could see a shadow almost like coiling around him and over him with a like kind of like a jaw. It's weird and ominous.
Iroh's just on my wrist.
Yeah, Iroh's just on your wrist, but there's no chain. He's just kind of resting like that.
Okay. All right. Uncle, help me out here. And I'm going to use a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to cast Sanctuary on Blue.
Oh, okay. Well, Sanctuary is on touch, I believe, right?
I think it's at 30 feet.
Is it 30 feet?
I don't remember.
Yeah, it's 30 feet. Is it 30 feet? Is he within 30 feet? Yes, he is. So yeah, you use a charge and you basically feel the magic take hold on Blue as Blue looks around, still nervous. But yeah.
All right, Uncle, you ready to do that other thing we can do?
And you use action to use a charge to do that?
Yes.
Okay.
I used 2 charges.
Ooh, you cast it at level 3. All right. As you feel, what kind of element are you using?
Fire. Just go fire.
Okay. You feel this like bellowing heat in your throat, almost like a burp, but you could feel it's hot and warm, and you just want to let something out. And next turn you can,
Too many ghost peppers.
because that was an action. Yes. You still have a movement.
Wait, what do you mean?
You
That's
still
my action, but Sanctuary is a bonus action.
Yeah, you still have a movement. You have an action or a bonus action.
Does that have to charge up?
Oh, you don't use it. You use it. Dragon's Breath is you use it, and then as a bonus action every turn from then on, you can breathe, or as an action you can breathe fire.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I got you.
yeah.
All right. Movement. No, I'm gonna stay right there. I don't want to.
Invoke anything. Invoke an opportunity
yeah.
attack. All right.
Yeah.
And now the goblin over here. Man, all right. Over here, his turn. He's going to run. 1, 2, 3, 4. Trying to attack. Oop, not that far. He's gonna try to attack Blue. What is the wisdom save he has to make?
Well, you can.
It's a 12, right? DC 12. No. Unless you have your own DC.
But it's funny because my DC is 12.
He succeeds on the wisdom save with the -1, and he attacks, and that still doesn't hit Blue. Like you see him take out his scimitar, run like and he goes to swing down at Blue. He hesitates just for a moment. Blue then kind of like bucks a bit and knocks him kind of to the side, and he swings down just a little too late, and it just grazes Blue, not hurting him. All right. And now this one. There's so many. Okay. This one runs out over here, right next to you, Hardy. Jumping down from the tree, and with a scimitar and with advantage, he's going to try to strike you. It is a 19 to hit you.
That hits.
Man, you guys killed the shit out of them so quick. You take 6 points of slashing damage. All right. And that one. Most of them didn't even get most of those guys that you guys killed didn't get to go.
You're sleeping,
Like
and then they died.
you just guessed, and you're like sleep, and then shatter.
Yeah, I'm like, there's one there. I definitely hear the cat getting beat up, so somewhere in this area seems good.
All right, this guy jumps out with his spear, and he comes down running around his friend, and he goes to jab you too. It's a 12 to hit you though.
That one does not hit.
As you manage to take one of your blades and swing upwards as you see this thing and parry his blow out of the way just in time.
I imagine that, like, as he's coming, like, Hardy brings the blade up to, like, defend himself. It's the one that's caked in light. He flicks him the button to his face. He's like, yeah! And he just, like the guy, like, yeah! And he, like, stabs. And
Yep.
Hardy parries it over him.
The other goblin in front of you, now his turn. It's a 17 plus 4, so 21 to hit you.
That's gonna hit.
You take 4 points of slashing damage as while you manage to parry the other one. This goblin just kind of seizes the opportunity and runs in and hits you in the chest through your chainmail, and you can feel like a bit of it kind of go through and still hurt you, even to the chain.
Oh, I'm gonna cook your guts!
All right, well, he's dead, so I'm gonna remove him. All right, from nowhere, Michelle.
Yes.
You see the bushes rustle right over here as an arrow just comes out at you, and it's a 13 to hit you.
I bring up my shield just in time.
Okay, so yeah, as you kind of circle around after seeing what Michelle has done, you notice the movement of the tree, realize something's coming, you raise your buckler just in time for you to deflect this gnarly little arrow out of the way.
Do I know how far it would be?
I'm gonna just kind of measure right now. You estimate about 40 feet, maybe 50 feet, at least to that tree, like the center of the tree. All right, the goblin right in between you two, the Remy and Quivid, he turns around. He's about to. He shouts, "Let's go! Get it!" He just kind of stops, noticing that all his friends have basically fallen out of the tree dead. And he's like, "I'm gonna get you for this, you!" And he just. By the way, if anyone understands Goblin, that's what you guys will hear.
I do understand Goblin.
Yeah, that's what he's saying then. As he swings and manages to strike. I'm gonna choose one of you right now. Hi, it's Remy. Alright, yeah, he strikes Remy, because I rolled a fucking natural 19, and that is 8 points of slashing damage.
I'm going to say to him in Goblin, "You're next."
And his eyes kind of go wide. Hardy, it's your turn. You're surrounded by yourself.
Hardy takes in a deep breath as he uses his warriors, or his fighting spirit bonus action.
Alright.
And then, oh, that's weird. For whatever reason, I'm subtracting his hit points in like the little drop thing, but it's not subtracting it from the actual character sheet.
Yeah, you have to you have to do it in your character sheet now, because it's not. Yeah, the thing doesn't exist anymore.
That's a pain in the butt.
Yeah, sorry.
Anyway, so he does that, and he is going to attack the goblin in front of him, and with his big old chef knife.
All right, go for it. Make an attack, and that misses. As you go
so he's gonna action surge and do it again.
Okay. Go to swing, miss, and you're like, nope. And you bring it up into his side, kind of almost carrying him away. And as you do, you manage to see the blade cut halfway into his torso as he coughs up blood, and you can see him kind of, his eyes loll back. And
as he does that, he's like, "I told you, you can carve a steak, you can carve a throat!" And he's fucking...
Yep.
He turns the face the other one. He's brandishing his knives.
Alright. Now the goblin inside the cart is going to attack Henri. That is a 10 to hit Henri, which misses. Henri kind of just ducks just out of the way, like as the spear kind of goes through one of into the walls. You guys could hear something's moving around the carriage quite a lot. And at this point, she's like, "Nah, I had it." And she takes out her wand, tries to use it again, and I'm gonna make a save for it. It won't matter. Who am I kidding? Unless I roll all ones on the dice, it won't fucking matter. You want me to roll it?
I want to see this.
Okay.
The goblin rolled a 10 for a dex save, so it fails. And literally gets vaporized as Henri takes 10 points of damage, though, as it shocks her. Alright. The one hidden. I'm just gonna reveal him. Alright. It's gonna make a shot at Blue again with. He has to make a wisdom save to shoot, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 18 minus 1, 17. And then he gets to make an attack. Is it still normal or is it disadvantage? I believe it's normal, right?
If he passes the save, it's just a normal attack because Sanctuary fades away.
Okay. So that's 7 as it goes wide and almost hits his ally goblin next to Blue. Michelle, it's your turn.
Yeah.
They're goblins. They're kind of idiots.
Noticing that Blue's getting hurt, I'm going to run over here.
By the way, you noticed that the shot came from around here.
Yeah. I'm gonna pole vault off of Blue,
Mm-hmm.
and as I do that, I'm going to heal Blue with a healing word.
Okay. Give me a acrobatics check too. Okay. You manage to pole vault over right next to Blue. You can move yourself right there.
Yeah.
It is a bit slippery. You get over him, but then slip off as the spell finishes, and you heal Blue for 4 points.
And then as I'm falling down, I'm just gonna bring a rapier down on top of him and miss.
Okay, yeah. You go, you heal, pole vault. As you pole vault over, you heal Blue. You kind of slide off, trying to hit him, but because you're sliding instead of due to the heavy rain, you go and you just kind of miss. You whiff over as the goblin just looks at you with fury in his eyes. He wants to kill you. All right, well, the next goblin's dead. Blue's turn. What are you having him do? I mean, he's still tied up. You could try to pull the cart, but that's about it. Because he's tied.
You can't. There's an enemy there. Work.
I mean...
Well, this one guy just swung at me.
No. It's Blue's turn.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Go look at him and be like, can you get this guy?
Oh, like to move... Okay.
Charge. Use the charge action.
Yeah, I need...
Can I grab onto Blue as this is happening, or is it...
You know what? I'll allow it. Try to give me an athletics check with disadvantage, because it's raining and slippery. I want to see if you guys can...
This ain't knock... Nope.
Alright, so...
Just gonna run over.
I don't want to move the cart, because that's on the map layer.
So remove all the map down.
No, because the lighting thing gets fucked up then. So, I'm just going to move Blue. As Blue, I'm going to just give him an athletics check. Fucking natural 20. Alright, so you see Blue, like, he pulls, like, at the reins, like, wanting to leave. He pulls once more, and then the third one, as he pulls, the reins kind of snap off some of the bolts as he charges at the goblin right next to you, Remy. And he's going to make a charge attack.
Look at him go.
Well, actually, it's only a 20... He has to move at least 20 feet. That was only 10 feet. So, he's going to get there, and he's going to ram him instead.
Okay.
And that is a 21 to hit. And it's 2d4. That is 6 plus 3, so 9 points of damage as Blue runs over, basically ramming the shit out of the goblin. You guys swear, even through the heavy rain, you hear the bones cracking in this tiny little goblin as his body's flung into the air and just about 10 feet up and just drops in front of you. And Blue just kind of, like, he lets out a snort and, like, looks around, like,
Good boy.
Quiven, it's your turn.
Alright, real quick, I just read, when I have my familiar up, he gets his own initiative.
Oh, okay.
So,
I don't have a snake. It's a tiny snake, like you mentioned.
That's fine. We can imagine.
He's on you too. So if you move, he's gonna move.
I thought you had poofed him away.
Did I?
Oh, yeah, you did
Yeah.
because you were invisible. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. And then second thing, Dragon's Breath is a bonus action to cast and an action to not the other.
Yep.
All right, cool.
Well, no,
I'm gonna try-
because Remy used it as an action to cast it.
It's
No,
like I
to do
use
that,
it as
but
an
it's-
action
No,
to
no, no.
tell Iroh to cast
I feel
it on me.
I feel like that's dumb. You know how you can't use an bonus action as an action. I feel like that's really stupid. I don't like that. So
Well, see,
you can
my-
use a
my-
bonus action as an action, but you can't use an action as a bonus action.
On the card, I'm gonna run over to this guy,
Mhm.
and I'm going to attempt to shocking grasp him.
Okay, so you run over there. Your hands charge with electricity as you go to reach for him. Make an attack roll.
Is that with advantage? So I'm flanking now.
Yes, it is. Because of melee attack and you're flanking. As you go to grab him, you come to an abrupt stop. You're like, yeah! And as you do, you reach out and your feet slide out from under you. As you, well, one foot does. And you kind of do a bit of a split as it just, and just, you know, you right yourself enough to stay upright, but your
As the energy leaves my hands and I feel defeat, I just and move hex to him.
Okay.
Damn it, Michelle, kick his ass.
All right. And now at this point,
This one's dead, right?
oh yeah, that one's dead. Let me just do that so you guys know. Yeah, you guys killed the shit, or at least Andre killed the shit out of it, blowing it to bits. All right. So, again, Hardy, from that tree line right in front of you, right here somewhere, you see a bit of rustling as an arrow comes. It's 10 to hit, so it actually hits one of the branches along the way, and you see it just kind of like tumble onto the ground. The arrow fall onto the ground and not actually even hitting you, but something's up there. Remy, it's your turn.
Artie points his offhand sword at him. He's like, "After kill your friends, you're next."
Remy, it's your turn.
Do I hear
Yeah.
Artie shouting?
Yeah, you guys are shouting loud, talking to each other in the rain, kind of deal.
Okay.
The heavy
I'm
rain.
going to. Oh shit. Yeah, I'm gonna head this way.
You're gonna move right there.
Yes.
Okay, move yourself.
That was where the yelling came from.
Yep. As you pat your, blue with a good job, you make yourself, you make your way over there, and notice that Hardy is not flanked, but surrounded with an arrow actually sticking out of him, and he's bleeding in different places. That was
This
your
is the guy
movement.
here.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Okay. Go throw a card at him.
Okay. Which one? There's two. This one and this one.
This one here.
Okay. This one right here. Okay. That hits, yeah. As you pull a card from your deck, and it's just kind of a semi-see-through card. It charges with flickering colors as you throw it, and it does... Is the first number what it does, or what is the second one?
The second one, I know you keep telling me to try to figure this out, but I just made it a D6, so it says what kind of damage. So it's 7, and then 2 of
2 damage.
yes, 7 points and 2 damage. But the 2 damage is 1d6, so the 2 is. I'm just looking at it. Acid damage.
You did that wrong.
Did I?
Yep, because the damage is supposed to be 1d6, not... It just automatically gave you a 2. You didn't roll anything. So, the damage stays. Just click that card throw again. I just fixed it for you.
Okay.
Try it again. On the fly fixing. You know, job of DM.
Thanks, Park.
There we go. All right, so 7 points of damage. But what kind of damage is it?
It.
Is it lightning, fire?
The 4. The 4 is the thing.
Yeah, the 4 is the thing.
That's poison damage.
Poison. As you
Sorry.
is it poison or acid? It's poison, right?
Poison.
Okay. As it lands, you can see like black veins kind of crawling up around like his skin, his exposed skin, and he's like he's looking around and he looks like he's about to hurl, but all right, now it's the goblin next to Remy and Quiven. The goblin, hi for Remy. All right, not Remy, Michelle.
Okay.
So that's 3 plus 7 to hit Quiven, and that misses. I'm guessing, right?
Oh, 3 and 7?
No, it's a 7 to hit you. It's 3 plus 4.
That
So
totally
that's a 7.
misses.
Yeah, as he turns around, going to strike you, thinking you're standing there, except you're kind of you're kind of you try to right yourself and you split. You slip again, trying to like right yourself. You're slipping around in the mud right now. As the one that just hurt you, Remy, he looks at you for just a moment from where the card came, and he looks back at Hardy, moves over this way because there's. They're not dumb. They're not the dumbest. They're average intelligence.
Streets. We went through that.
Well, he was exceptionally dumb. I rolled his intelligence and that was garbage. So, that is a 14 to hit you, Hardy. Actually, no, he gets advantage. Yeah, 14 to hit you.
Nope.
Okay. As he tries to swing his gnarly scimitar at you, but at the last minute, it seems like something in his system just kind of like makes
I
him
like to
hesitate.
imagine Hardy just like, because Hardy was pointing at the guy over the tree with an off blade, and just like he just kind of flips the other blade behind him to
And block it, yeah.
catch the sword. Yeah, just,
Yep. As he goes to
This is
swing, and all he hears is the cling against your big chef blade. All right. Now the other guy gets to attack you with advantage. That's a 19 to hit you, Hardy.
that one is gonna hit.
Okay. It is a 4 points of slashing damage or piercing damage, because he has a spear. He lunges it into you while you have your sword behind you blocking it. You try to avoid it, but it still catches you and takes a part.
I would actually like to imagine, since I had the 5 temp hit points, that Hardy just doesn't even like doesn't even phase him. Like as soon as he stabs it, like Hardy just turns his attention to him.
Yeah. Okay. So you have the 10 hit points. So basically, it hits you into the chainmail. It digs a little in. You just look down at him without like wincing, and you put your hand onto the blade. You're about to bring the pain.
I don't know if you've ever seen that awkward zombie comic with Fire Emblem where the guy Fire Emblem like doing 0 damage, and then he stabs through Hector, and Hector just gets closer to him and like glares at him. That's what's happening.
All right. So Remy, from the tree line over here somewhere. The tree that's over there. An arrow comes zooming out. You don't see the person, but it is a 22 to hit you, so it's gonna hit you, and you take 5 points of piercing damage as an arrow flies through the air and actually manages to land in your leg, your upper thigh. At this point, now it's the other one that's dead. Hardy, it's your turn. You guys have whittled most of them down. Shit.
So Hardy is going to use. I'm going to use my bonus action attack first to try and slit the dying one behind me. I'm going to try and see if I can slit his throat. Whew. And then I'm going to bring as soon as I finish flicking that, I'm just going to bring the big sword down on his friend. Hopefully.
Okay.
Ooh.
Nope. So, do you want to describe how you kill this one?
Oh yeah, I just like imagine it's just like he's not even paying attention. He just like he just kind of like flicks it behind him, like not even paying attention. Just kind of flicks it, and like the curve, it looks like it doesn't even hit him, and it's gonna be like one of those like samurai movies. Like he like like he flicks it, and the goblin just freezes as he tries to hit his friend with a big knife. There's just this giant splurt of blood as like his throat like goes. And
yeah, his throat kind of
Nani, but in goblin.
His throat. As you okay, so you had your blade like this. You kind of swing it around to bring it to the front to swing down. The goblin, not knowing what just happened to him, goes to try to strike you, only for him to lunge forward, and his neck kind of rolls back from like the jolting motion as you cut cleanly through, like up this way, and blood just starts to fountain out of his neck as he falls over dead.
I feel like I should say a hi Mew here, but
Henri at this point, using the hole she has created in the cart now, moves herself this way, looks over, and the goblin has a half cover, but she's still going to try to use Chromatic Orb at second level. That misses as the goblin's half cover, and she fires it. It goes into the distance, hits the ground nearby, and just explodes in a spark of electricity. And now it is once again from this tree somewhere. Okay, so Quiven, it is a 13 to hit you.
No.
Okay. As the arrow kind of swings out, just barely grazing you in front of your face. You see it fly by, you look over, you can see rustling in the tree. Michelle, it's your turn.
Are we utilizing flanking?
Yes.
If so, then I'm going to go for a rapier attack.
Okay.
Actually, no. I'm just gonna go for it. No, yeah, rapier.
Okay.
Do it.
Oh.
Okay,
Sorry.
16, yeah. That hits.
Ooh, only 6.
Yeah, you actually kill it, so
Oh wow.
yeah.
Okay.
I rolled all their HPs.
I see the end of the rapier poke out from the back of this thing. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, you're
Sorry, a little close.
Just like the water thing.
As I see that Quiven is absolutely fine, knocking shot whatsoever, I make a dash over to here.
okay.
And I can get really far.
Because you could dash as a bonus action, right?
No, when I make an attack action, my speed is then 40.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So,
All right. You make it way
yeah.
over there? All right.
And as a bonus action, I'll just heal Remy for a little bit.
How with a healing word?
Yeah.
All right.
7.
Use healing word. Encourage Remy, and Remy, you are healed for 7 points. It's Blue's turn. Remy, what do you want Blue to be doing?
I'm just going to tell him to take cover. Hunker down in front of the cart
Okay.
and stay there.
Blue just kind of turns around and makes his way around to the cart. Just gonna look that way. All right. Corbin, it's your turn.
Okay, you said the arrow came from over here,
Yeah, it's in that tree somewhere.
and I can't see anything right now.
No, he's hiding.
Okay, I'm just gonna look at the tree and then snap both of my fingers and cast Shatter.
Okay. As a deafening, shattering sound of glass and comes from that direction, he fails his con save. And
Imagine this is how wizards harvest like oranges or whatever. They just have like a large like shadow or whatever, and they just have
shatter.
all the oranges just
Yeah.
fall.
As you shake the tree with this thunderous sound, you see a bunch of the leaves fall, and you hear thunk, 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 as a body of a goblin falls down onto the ground. You could see it ruptured his eyeball when he lands and stuff like that. Like there's blood coming out from his eyes and ears as he's just out like a light. All right.
Oh my.
You have a bonus action and a movement.
I can't see anyone right now. I am going to run towards where I saw Michelle run.
Okay.
20, and cast Hex on this guy now.
Okay. You cast Hex on him. What is the thing that he can't? He has
Same thing, Wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay. All right. Now,
Hardy.
At
Yeah.
this point,
Hi.
Hardy, it's a natural 20 to hit you.
Shit.
An arrow comes out from that tree once more and strikes you. As you wave to Quiven and say hi, and you feel the arrow kind of enter the back of your neck inwards.
Oh, jeez.
You take 13 points of piercing damage.
Sorry.
Oh, Hardy doesn't look so good.
All right, Remy, it's your turn. Goblins, man, when they got you outnumbered.
I'm gonna run towards this way.
Yeah. You know, Critical
I'm gonna breathe
Reroll
at
used
him.
this as their fighting song for the first couple like earlier sessions before they got
Yeah.
rights to all the really cool shit. Yeah, Remy, you make it over there and you notice like through the branches you could see this goblin hiding because I rolled shit from stealth.
I'm gonna breathe at him.
Okay. You make your way over there. You feel the warmth in your throat, and you just, as you let out this breath in his direction. It's a dex save, right?
Yep.
Yes.
And that is a 10, because it's an 8 plus 2, so that shit. And he
That
fails.
does not say.
As the tree doesn't go fully up in flames because of the rain, the goblin does. As you can feel his flesh starting to sizzle and pop, he just drops from the tree, dead, crisped and burning. As the heavy rain starts to put him out, as he's still smoldering.
Smells pretty
I'm
good.
gonna burp out some smoke.
Oh, it's foul, kind of. There's a
Smells pretty
foul.
good.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
All right, now it's the other one next to Hardy, who gets an attack against the natural fucking one. Okay, so that's great.
Oh, yes.
I'm just gonna roll a d100 just to make sure something. Okay, that's fine. And now it would have been that guy, but he's literally toast. So, Hardy, it's your turn. The goblin next to you has lunged after you, and as he lunges, his feet slip underneath him as he manages to catch himself and rid himself, but that's all he can do. And now it's your turn.
Hardy's going to use another one of his fighting spirits,
Mm-hmm.
and he is going to try and cut up this goblo.
This goblin.
Goblo. Oh my god.
Oh.
This is perfect because I have something in mind for this part.
Okay, how do you want to do it? How do you want to do this?
As he lunges forward, as he like tries to right himself,
Mhm.
Hardy just he's focusing and just he's focusing on every raindrop, and he just can his eyes snap open, and he just does again traditional samurai cleave right through.
Clean,
and he
one clean cleave.
he's standing there and he's like, goblins in the trees, arrows, spears, and ambushes. Not a threat to me. And he sheaths his sword and just fucking.
There's a bamboo whistle in the background. As he
Pretty much.
Make your damage. Oh yeah. No, he's gone. As you see, his arm just fall off, and then from that slice afterwards, he looks at it. As he's about to scream, you see the blood start to seep down from his torso downwards as you're just cut cleanly through his body too, but not his other arm, surprisingly. As he just rolls off.
Then as it falls on the ground, Hardy kind of looks over and is like, "What's wrong? Cat got your arm?"
Ooh.
Henri's turn. She's gonna step outside of the cart on this side, and she's going to use. Actually, she doesn't know where anything's coming from at this point. With her passive perception, yeah, no, she wouldn't. Yeah, she's not gonna. She's gonna hold her action. If she sees anything, she's going to use her chromatic orb.
Oh wait, hold on. So which tree was the one that caught on fire?
It didn't catch on fire due to the rain, but it was this one.
Oh fuck. Oh, all right. Never mind.
Yeah. By the way, I don't know why
I thought it
you
was
guys
the
can't
one
see
that the
There we go.
goblin was shooting at me at.
No, I don't know why
I
you
thought it
guys
was the
can't see
one
that.
that the goblin was shooting at me at.
No.
Because I thought that one was alright. Can I also just say then for like the rest of Hardy's movement that I start climbing up the fucking tree? Good on
Yeah.
this goddamn word.
Yeah, and here, move one more over. Yeah, he's right there. Now it's Michelle. Your turn.
Hardy, is he up there?
Oh yeah!
I'm gonna blindly throw a dagger.
Okay, give me an attack with disadvantage. As you throw the dagger towards Hardy's voice.
9.
As Hardy, it thuds into a branch near you, but it doesn't actually hit
Ouch! Watch that!
Was it
doesn't hit
close?
Up close to me!
Okay, I'll just don't die.
you. Alright, Blue's turn.
I like that response. Was it close? Yes.
What does Blue do?
Oh, was that healing word? The don't die?
Yeah.
Do I notice Henri outside of the cart now?
Yeah. Henri's looking around. You can see her casting a spell of sorts, but she's about to cast it.
Blue, stick with Henri.
Blue moves
Blue.
over.
Yes.
Alright. Quivet, it's your turn.
Alright, cool. Fuck, I can't see anyone. I'm just gonna move 5, 10, 15.
I like how
Oh,
the
yeah.
rock moves with you. You just take it's your pet rock.
That's Rocky. I got 5 more feet. I'm just gonna stand right here.
Okay.
And then, so we're all right. Good. And then I'm going to cast, what do I have to cast here?
Sleep.
Sleep. I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast to the tree I saw. Harley.
Alright,
Harley, duck.
so
Where?
give it to me with a disadvantage. There's a natural 1 in there. I'm going to make it hit Hardy.
14.
14. No, as it doesn't hit, it just kind of goes right through the tree, out the other side, making a clear hole where this Eldritch Blast has touched the tree. Like, literally cut through all the branches and the leaves, and it made a perfect.
Did I get it?
No, a little more to the left.
Okay.
Alright, now it's the Goblin's turn. Goblin, realizing all his friends have been cooked alive or killed, bonus action disengages and starts to run. And he's gonna run away. And he's gonna run. That's a bonus action to disengage. So as an action, he's going to... And movement, he's gonna move 30 feet plus another 30 feet. Let's see how far he could move. I just want to make sure.
He gets... Oh, he used an action. Wait, you get 60 feet?
Yeah, I'm gonna move him
Oh,
right
dash
over
action,
here, all the way over into the darkness as you guys see him escape into the darkness and run away.
Oh, Hardy's giving chase.
Okay.
So will I.
Remy, I'm gonna move you guys out of the screen then, and we're gonna go back to role playing screen. But yeah, it's Remy's turn. Well, what was that? Sorry, your internet was like super robot-y.
Oh, damn it.
No, yeah, go for it.
Am I good now?
Yeah.
Okay. It's about to be T-Pain the rest of the session. I'd also like, why not?
You're gonna go after him too?
Yeah.
Alright, you guys start using your actions and movement to catch up to him.
No. How far away is he?
He's from you?
Yeah.
I just want to measure this. He is 90 feet away from you.
That's range for sleep.
Well, that's the thing. You can't see him right now. You have to run up to him because you have dark vision, but dark vision is still like there's a limit. You can only see so far in dark vision. Especially
I want to say it's 60 feet, and then if I move my 30.
All I'm saying is he's 60 feet from Hardy.
Yeah.
Hardy can feline reflexes to move.
I know you guys are gonna kill him, but
Hardy wants to chop this fucker up.
it's Hardy's turn next. That's why Hardy will get his first go as you use feline reflex. I know you guys all want the final blow.
I really hope Hardy fails.
Hardy made a promise that he was coming for this guy.
Yeah. As you start running in the direction towards him, you have dark vision, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you start, you kind of like get ready and just launch off from the tree and start dashing as fast as you can. You make it over to him to the point where you could see him, and then you dart the rest of the way right next to him with your, feline reflexes, and you're right next to him. He looks at you, and there's like, he's fucking terrified. He or she, you can't tell.
Well, let me cut to the chase.
They both hit. How do you want to do this?
I know the first cut is probably is like enough to kill him, but Hardy just fucking cuts a knee off, and as the goblin's like screaming in terror as if like shock of like whatever it's about to fall, he just cuts up with a carving knife and just carves a nice goblet or goblin goblets like everywhere. It's bloody as hell.
Okay, yeah, you run up to him, and as you run kind of past him, you swing your sword from behind. You catch him behind the knee as it just goes right through. He tries to take another step, fumbles. As he pulls himself up, you're right there, and you take your sword and you just cut straight up into it, from down below straight up. You see, basically, you pull most of his entrails out with that blow and just spray it into the air as the rain drizzles down and a pool of blood starts to appear underneath him as you destroy the shit out of this goblin.
Not seeing Hardy do that, I'm still going to run up my 30 feet and say, Hardy, don't worry, I got this, and cast sleep.
Okay, you can't sleep, just roll through.
Wait, actually, counting 10 hit points.
Does it count 10 hit points?
Yeah, it would.
Wait, okay, so if it's a tie...
It's a tie, you would fall... Yeah, you would fall asleep.
Hardy, but I'll say Hardy just he's like...
Ah! Time to take a cat. Time to take a cat nap.
He just curls up and he just starts using he grabs the large intestine and just starts
brings it close for a pillow, and rain is heavily pouring right now, and
I run up, I see this. Oh god. You know what? I'm just gonna let him deal with this. And just walk away.
Okay.
And Michelle, what are you looking? Oh god.
Yeah, he'll be up in 30 seconds. I just.
As you start to walk away, Hardy, you come to consciousness from this sleep of yours.
Oh, that was a nice nap.
And he just kind of looks down and he's just gonna try and see if the goblin has a pocket left and try and see if there's anything in it.
From his tattered stuff, you start digging through his pockets while you just kind of start waking up.
Pretty much.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
Oh, that was intimidation. Investigation plus 0. So that's a 15.
That's a 15.
Give me
okay.
your money, dead goblin.
Yeah. Give me your fucking money. As you pull together some of his items, you find a gnarly little short bow that he had. You also find some sort of scrap, a piece of paper that has something written on it. You can't read it because I don't think you speak Goblin, or you read Goblin.
No, I don't.
And you also find 1 second, I have this. Where is it? You find a piece of brightly colored reddish string. You realize it's not blood soaking, but it's definitely a red string.
Woo! Hardy bats at it.
it's about 8 inches long, but that's.
Would you consider it a mundane object?
It's yes. It's pretty mundane.
Hardy still has the wheatgrass in his mouth, but he pockets this, and he's just he's just like is just imagining just if he could make into a big ball of this and how fun it would be. He of course pockets a piece of paper too, but
Yeah.
He's gonna go try and wander back to the group then.
Okay. You guys all gather. Henri looks at the hole she's made and she's like, I'm not really sorry.
This was Remy's and
We can get it fixed, right? I mean, we're going to a big city, right? So.
Isn't this the card that we took from the sheriff in that one
Oh
town?
my God, Remy.
Hello, T-Fade. I didn't know you'd be joining us for the stream. Thank you. All right.
I mean, I can help patch a little bit of it, but I don't know if I can patch this in a giant hole with such a mundane spell.
You put together like some of the parts of wood that are kind of left. There's too many little fragments, but the big ones you kind of try to set and mend as pieces, kind of like, you know, and like straighten it out.
If
there's
anyone's
still
familiar
sizable hole
with
there.
The Call of Duty strain of games, the Nazi zombies, I'm just imagining the window getting repaired. There's just like 5
A
boards
few, but you would have, for mending spells, somebody has to, like, you guys have to put the pieces kind of in place, and then you have to touch the area to mend.
I have an idea.
That piece together.
I kind of lift up my cloak, like my dress-like cloak, and you guys see what looks to be a large carpentry set around my waist.
Yeah, you can see hammers and nails.
I think I can do something about this. Just help me, bring me some wood.
It's raining. Do you want to do that right now, or
not?
I'd be happy to.
Grandpa, like,
what wood is easy wood?
I mean, there's a card over there.
Oh yeah, well you guys could, yeah, we could reclaim that wood. You could use those.
True.
All right,
I'm not doing it, but you can.
I'm gonna attempt to pick up the cart and just bring it closer to our cart.
I'm going to inspire you all that you need, but I'm not helping.
Okay, I just because it's already pretty dark. I need to know. Just give me a survival check real quick for all this. Is anyone helping Quiven for this?
I'm inspiring him, but that's as much as I'm doing.
Okay, so Remy's helping and Michelle is inspiring. So Quiven, you give me another roll because you have an advantage. All right, and you have inspiration too.
Oh, okay, I will use it. Wow, that tickle in my ear. You're right.
No, it's the not that inspiration. You have the bardic inspiration. Actually tripping into it, as you manage to patch up decent enough, but it's pretty late and there's a lot of goblin bodies now, and the rain is lightning but not much, and you guys realize you guys are tracking mud everywhere. This is the type of mud that kind of cakes on the more you kind of walk around.
I just imagine like Hardy like wipes his foot on the nearest like dead goblin.
Okay. Give me. Everyone.
I love auto tune.
Everyone, give me a perception check. Okay.
What do you see with your elven eyes?
Michelle, with your sharp elven eyes, you notice there's a bit of a movement near this tree. It's one of the goblins, and you feel like for a moment one of the goblins on the ground seems to be moving, and then you notice there's a smaller figure next to it.
Guys, one sec. There's more goblins. I'll take care of it.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast healing word on myself and just walk over.
Okay.
I'm gonna summon Batars.
Yeah, you summon your little sneaky snake, Quiven, and Michelle, as you walk over. On the goblin that was holding a spear, the one that Hardy killed, the next to it is a smaller goblin that has pulled out a dagger, noticing you coming along, and it's brandishing it at you. With your perception check from before, at this point you would notice that this goblin, pretty young, unlike some of the ones here.
Stab.
Okay, you just take a breath. He managed to dodge out of the way. He's gonna go for it. That's a natural 20.
God.
It's 2d4. Where is it? So that's, you take 7 points of piercing damage as you're like, oh, this, it's a little goblin. He should know and you just jab at it. He definitely like hops back, then kind of lunges forward, and he manages to get real close and jab the dagger into your stomach, almost taking your breath away at this point. With
Hardy walks over and he's like, "Hey guys, look! Michelle's getting his ass kicked by a baby."
Well, let's not laugh at him.
Is this what it's becoming?
Yeah, like the little goblin backs away, and as he backs away, like you seizing the opportunity, lunge back at it, Michelle. Manage to stab it. Give me your damage. Okay, give me one second. I just want to see if this is enough, because his HP might just be enough depending on how I roll on this. No, it's not, because he would have 2 HP. As you stab the kid goblin, he like falters for a moment and just kind of falls backwards. You can see a pool of blood starting to appear beneath him.
Thank God I'm not a goblin.
That was kind of dark.
Yeah, man.
I mean, normally.
They're goblins.
Yes,
have you not seen what
to
goblins
agree.
do to people?
Yeah, it was
We
just
have to constantly fend them off in the swamp.
Yeah, it's a mixture of 2 things. A, they're goblins. Second of all, he just saw his entire clan get killed by a roaming humanoids. What is he gonna grow up and do?
We take him, we train him. Like, we make him one of our own. I don't know. He's an orphan. I'm an orphan. I don't go around killing. Wait, no, I guess I do.
Yeah, you have no right to say this.
All right.
I don't know. I think oh, well, actually, I guess, well, you did put a lot of them to sleep, but I put a lot of them to sleep forever. Artie's gonna go over. He's gonna go poke this goblin body.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check if this thing's dead.
Yeah, they're all dead.
Okay.
Like even the young one. The rapier, that was quite a death blow. He might, the kid might have survived maybe just a few moments, but he would have eventually suffocated, as with that medicine check you could tell it was in the chest, and that's where the important organs are.
Well,
Mish, that was a good stab.
And you realize he doesn't have any armor on.
Yeah, real death stab. Nice kill on this unarmored child. I'm glad it didn't give you too much trouble. He only got you once with what looks like a pretty nice gut punch.
Yeah, let's get back to the cart and just never talk about this again.
All right.
I'm gonna attempt to climb up this tree and retrieve my dagger.
Okay. Yeah, because it's up there.
They don't deserve to die like this. I'm gonna start making pseudo graves for all of these guys.
Give me an investigation check, Michelle. Yeah, and because you could mold earth and move earth, right? Yeah. So you make shallow graves for them, and start burying them pretty quickly with your spell. Michelle, you notice the dagger's not up there, and you realize, and you look back at the kid. That's your dagger.
He stole from you.
The young goblin was hiding in the tree, and he stabbed you with your own dagger.
That fucking cunning goblin. Goblin.
Goblin. Goblin.
Goblin.
Those damn goblins.
While this is all going on, Hardy's gonna be like, hey, by the way, any of you guys know how to read Goblin?
I can.
No,
Really?
unfortunately not.
Yeah.
Why?
They were pretty cool, the ones in that before. You know, they're usually like back alley chefs. But yeah, I know how to read and write Goblin.
Alright, let's go somewhere where it's dry. I found some paper with some gobbledygook on it, so
Okay.
you can do some translation.
Okay, you guys all clamber into the cart. You guys want to rest here for the night with the shallow graves around you?
I mean, it might be Night of the Living Gobbos. But,
Yeah.
I want.
You keep breaking up the bodies, so like I don't know if I want to rest here.
Well, Hardy's down to. I mean, he already did take that cat nap earlier. But,
It's going to be harder on Blue to move at normal speed.
Yeah, we should probably at least wait out the storm.
Okay.
Hardy wants to know what it says in the paper before he goes
sorry.
to sleep, though.
Okay.
Oh, that poor goblin.
You guys figure out, thanks to Remy, you realize it says, or do you want me to tell you individually?
Tell me in whispers.
Okay.
Yeah, bring me with. Unless you don't want to tell me. Remy.
No, I only I can read Goblin right now.
Yeah, only who would know.
I like.
All right, Duke. It says, all it says is a few words. Take, hide, then return. And when you guys went through some of the bodies, the goblins, you guys didn't really find anything. Okay.
Okay.
I'm
Hold on.
I'm gonna move you back.
Me out of character having to ask you this. Hold on.
Okay.
Wait.
All right.
Did they have to transport the kid?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Oh my god, they did. Okay, let's go.
I'm not gonna tell you anything about that kind of
Literally
stuff.
not
You
our
just...
fault. They shot the first shot.
All right. Well, you guys killed a young goblin. You guys killed.
Mish killed a young
Mish.
goblin.
Okay, so let me put this in order. You guys killed all the goblins, which is about 12 to 13 of them. Afterwards, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, 13 goblins. Afterwards, you guys found a very young goblin. Still one that can fight, it seems like. Just young enough to be able to fight. And Mish found him, tried to kill him, got stabbed, and then actually killed the young goblin. Found that it was using his dagger that he's thrown into the tree. And then Remy read a piece of paper that Hardy found on one of the bodies of the goblins. All right. Take it away, Remy. Or
So
guys.
what's it say, Remy?
Take, hide, return.
By the way, the kid is a goblin. It's like a young goblin. That's what I meant.
Take, hide, return.
That's all it says. Goblin.
Wonder if Hardy pulls out the red string he found. He's like, I don't really get it. He had this red string too. I was gonna give it to you, but only if you promise to hold it like this for like 2 minutes tops.
Go ahead, take the red string.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a red string?
It's like a red string, like 8 inches long.
You guys could give me an investigation check on it if you guys want to see if there's anything, or an Arcana check.
My god. It's
Quiven?
a red string.
Yeah, it's a red string. It's not magical. Who's making investigation? Michelle? Was that you? Did you make an investigation? Okay. Yeah. It's a red string.
It's a red string.
Hardy's just batting at it.
Yeah. You kind of bat at it.
He's mewing happily.
Yeah, you hold it with one paw and you bat it with the other.
No. Remy's holding
Remy's
it.
holding it, and you're
So
like,
it's not magical at all.
no, it's not magical.
Okay.
Red string.
Eventually,
disintegrates.
he pulls one of his claws. He's like, yeah.
I don't comprehend what's going on here.
I'm gonna take the red string and tie it around my wrist.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are at the cart. Okay.
Remy, take this potion.
Quiven, actually, you're the one that made shallow graves for all the goblins, right? Which took about
about 4 feet deep.
Yeah. Give me a history check to see if you could remember something real quick. You're sure that the one the young goblin that you buried had a little bracelet made with a string similar to that color.
Where did you find this string?
Oh, I found out that goblin who I promised I was going to kill after I cut him apart and then took a nap on him.
So I swear I saw a string on that child that Michelle brutally murdered in front of all of us in cold blood.
It wasn't brutal. It was one swing. It was quick and.
I'm not too sure what the string means, but maybe it was that goblin's child.
Maybe. Kind of shitty you left this kid to die.
Yes, well.
When Hardy makes that remark, Remy's just gonna like stare at the string, like his eyes just gonna get like wider. It's like.
Remy, do you mind if I identify that string?
Yeah, sure.
Just in case.
But you have to make the pose. Hold that pearl.
One sec. I gotta get it.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. It's in my bag.
By the way, I am going to tell you. Okay, it's a mundane string.
Yes, nothing magical. Not too sure what's going on here. Is that goblin kidnapped from another tribe? I really don't.
Hey, I'd return. I mean, unless it was something about whatever kind of bracelet it had on, but...
I'm gonna go dig some graves. Give me a second.
As you dig it, I'm gonna tell you, you dig the shallow grave up again, and yeah,
they're gone.
On
They're all gone.
On the young kid, on the younger goblin is the same string on his wrist.
I'm gonna take the string off his wrist.
Mm-hmm.
Tie it around my wrist.
It's too small for you.
Tie it around my finger.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring both corpses back to the.
Oh, one of them's a mango in pieces.
I'm gonna bring 1.5 corpses.
Okay.
Back to the carriage. Kind of just throw them on the front here. What's going on? I brought them back.
Like from the dead?
Well, no, as now they're dragged in near the carriage or near the cart, and you plop the bodies.
I mean, I found the string. I tied it too.
I mean, it's just string. I think we're focusing a lot on the string.
Yes.
It was on the baby goblin that Mish murdered.
Yes, and this half goblin I'm holding right now. Ugh.
Hardy.
Well, it was in his pocket. Maybe it was the red string of fate tying them together. Poetic that Mish sent the other one to an untimely death as well.
Yes,
They
well,
can be together in goblin hell.
I'll bury them together.
Okay, you bury them together.
Why do you guys care so much about goblins?
I don't know. It seems like Ruby's trying to hint onto something.
By the way, Henri's sleeping.
Listen, I know you high elves are all about the whole like war campaign, genocidal stuff, but you know, even goblins have feelings. Those who are fighting out there, they decide to die. They made
I've
the
seen
choice.
goblins
They're
eat
warriors.
baby furbolgs. I'm a little.
What does a baby furbolg look like?
I've had some of my classmates attacked by them. They're not nice.
Yes, they're bred for chaos and death.
Oh, I agree. You know, if they got the armor on, they got the weapons, go ahead. But that guy was unarmed. There's no honor in that.
He was carrying a dagger.
Your dagger, which he returned to you, if you think about it.
I mean, yes, I do have to give him props for that. So I guess I can thank them for one thing.
Yeah, Remy, you got a regular health potion, by the way.
Thank you. In Goblin, while this is all going on, Remy's just gonna say, in Goblin, let's not judge them all by just the sum. But, you know, it's gonna be in Goblin.
Yeah, no one understands.
They hinted the bigger idea that, like, Remy has some Goblin buddies, but I'm like, relax.
Hardy doesn't quite understand. He's like, I think you got something in your throat there, Remy.
He's just still staring at the red string. There's a lot on Remy's mind now, dude.
Okay.
I'm gonna put Batars on Remy's shoulder. And then head back to the cart.
Yeah, Batar is a small little garden snake or some kind of snake.
I'm gonna let Uncle Iroh out to like hang out with him.
Yeah, Uncle Iroh, like Iroh is very intelligent for like this little pseudo dragon from your bracelet. He's very intelligent, so you just kind of the way he like moves and stuff is kind of like dragon, but the way he holds himself is almost human-like. The way he acts and approaches things and stuff like that. He is slightly bigger than Batar's, because Batar's is really small, according to Quiven. And you all take turns for a lookout. Nothing really happens. I'm not gonna make you roll for shit because you guys fought the goblins. Won. The next day comes. It's like heavily misty now as the sun is rising. Sun has started to rise, and you could see all the moisture being already pulled up into this like wavy, not wavy, distorting kind of steam. You guys can roll your hit dice to heal, because that's how we do healing in our campaign. So that's all right. And then you guys travel into Oberhork for just or you guys could go travel into there, or you guys could travel through it. But from Oberhork to Masluril is relatively well pathed and not really an issue to go.
Is Oberhork like
you guys were there?
Big town?
That was the place where you guys fought the shadows.
Shadows, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Hardy wants to snack up on some provisions.
Yeah.
Let's see Anna, dude.
I would like to buy some health kits, Pete, if I can find them.
They don't have any here. It would be at like a nicer, bigger city than Oberhork.
Any place selling a horse?
No, not here, because this is a place where people would mostly bring horses already. Yeah, you guys go see the. Wait, let me pull up the name, because I have all this fucking. What's Oberhork? There it is.
Philip, how's it going?
Yeah, it's Philip.
Yep.
Yeah. And
how's the Freeman's chap? The Freeman's dap? How's it going?
Yeah, you guys enter, and it's like, my friends, welcome back. It's been about like a week, 2 weeks, I think. I mean, it's going well. Merchants actually haven't been coming through as much. Business is a little slow, but that hasn't stopped me from doing my job to help around.
Well, I have a feeling that there'll be some more merchants coming through soon.
Why? What gives you that feeling?
Wink at the TV audience.
All right.
Philip, can I buy some nails?
Yeah, of course. I have yeah.
Do you have any pointy spikes
for like armor? Because they're not as useful as you think they are.
I remember we would use natural burrs put down to keep our crops safe, but I'm thinking of a metal alternative.
Oh, like caltrops, things that people can step on and go ow.
Yes, that sounds fair.
All right, yeah, I have some of those in stock.
I'll take those.
How many?
Nails?
Like just a bunch.
2 daggers.
Yeah, sure thing. For all that, I'll say 20 gold.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. As he goes to get you, he gets you about 50 caltrops in a sizable bag.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Yeah. And they're small caltrops, so it won't go through. They're not huge ones that you would imagine. They won't go through like plated armor, but if it's like leather or normal boots, yeah, it'll fucking hurt.
How many nails?
You get plenty of nails. They're small or carpentry nails.
Okay.
And yeah, you are given 2 pretty decently, made daggers. They're sharp. One of them has a slight curve on the end, but the first one is angular.
That's what she said.
Hey.
But yeah.
Thank you very much, Philip.
Yeah, no problem.
I am going to pull out my quarterstaff and give it a quick spin, stamp it down, say, this doesn't have a point on it. I don't do enough stabbing with this stick. Do you have anything that can help me out?
I mean, Remy, I have a pointy stick if you need one.
Yeah, if you're looking for a spear.
Come on, man. Let me spend a little money on myself. We can do it now.
If you're looking for a spear, I mean, we have a couple spears, but you know, it depends. Spears are more like, you know, you have to be strong for it. That thing's quite, you know, light. Can be used by deftly handed people.
Well, what are the things that you have in stock that might be good for my deft hands?
Well, I mean, daggers, short swords are always good. Something a little lighter, like the thing that your, you know, pointy-eared friend has, like a rapier like that might help if you could wield one. I mean, I don't know what you're good at wielding. By the way, the song is killing the mood because it's not supposed to be this serious. Yeah.
Might just not stick with this. Unless...
I mean, it seems like you know how to handle that thing. I mean, not every weapon is meant to be used by everyone. I haven't seen somebody that can wield everything just yet. I did come across a guy that liked to throw a bunch of things. It's kind of weird. He wanted me to sell him a greatsword so he could throw it at people. I don't know how. Those things are like massive.
Oh, I'm good at throwing things. Oh, have I showed you guys the technique I learned back in my swamp?
I don't think so.
No? Alright. I'm gonna pull out one of my daggers, Pete.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I'm not gonna hit any of your stuff, trust me. Like, I just turn towards, like, a wall maybe 20 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna whip the dagger and purposely miss the wall. And then boomerang it back to myself. With my feet.
It's a pretty small place.
It's a gentle toss. I've honed my ability.
You know what? I'll allow it. as you know, I'll allow it because you know it is your feat. As Quiven kind of tosses the dagger up into the air, catches it by the blade tip. He looks over, and this older, you know, furball man, he looks over kind of into the back of the room, and he goes, huh, and he just kind of flicks it. It goes, almost hits the wall, and comes right back, and he grabs it by the handle. Like,
how'd you do that, old man?
Yeah.
What?
The dwarf just goes, that doesn't seem physically possible.
He has to be using magic. There's no other way.
Yeah,
No, that took me at least 26 years to master. I can do it. It's all about curving the blade. Just curve the blade.
That's the straightest dagger that I sold you to. You know that, right?
Curve the blade.
How the fuck
I could do it. I could do it with something else. Does anyone want to see me do it with something else?
He's
Kinda, yeah.
You see my spear.
Oh my god!
Watch this.
Hey, this one might be a little too big.
I'll walk outside. I'll walk outside.
Okay, you do it outside. You go outside, and you're like, watch this. And you take it.
Or he's watching like a window.
And you just like, and let it loose. It goes up. You kind of throw it more, slightly at an angle. It goes up, and then it comes right back. And yeah, you just catch it.
I got a question. Featherfall says a creature. Could I, even though the spear is not a creature, I still want to attempt to cast it on it so it slowly falls down.
It wouldn't because it's not a creature. I'm sorry.
Feels bad.
Yeah. Yeah, he fucking made a spear return when he threw it. And the dwarf goes again. Yeah, that's definitely not physically possible.
Yeah, it's magic. I agree.
It's the flick of my wrist.
I mean, that's impressive. I've never seen that before, but that's fucking impossible. I've been a blacksmith for like 300 years. Impossible.
Well, maybe you should train. It's the talent, I guess.
He takes up his hammer. And he looks at it. So it's just like a flick.
Yeah, just
Hardy's using his feline reflexes to get as far away from the blacksmith as humanly possible.
He looks out to the street. He like goes to flick it, and he he flicks it, but he flicks it a little too wrong, and it just goes, way over in an angle, hits a nearby window, and just goes right through the window.
Go back inside.
Yeah. I just kind of he goes back into his the free man's chap. He goes back into his establishment, the free man's chap, and he's like, "Yeah, that's magic."
I've practiced long enough. I can do that with almost every weapon in this store. Almost.
Well,
Can you juggle?
No, God, that takes too much time.
Non-impressive then. Non-impressive.
Understandable.
So
I'll go sit there.
I do have a question. Why are you guys here? I thought you guys left to go towards from last I heard, Osway or something, Tennyson. Weren't you guys going back home? And he kind of home, and he looks at you, Michelle.
Things seem to have changed.
We decided to take a vacation.
And I'm going home, kinda, before I go on a vacation.
So you guys headed east to the capital?
Yeah, back to home.
Well, enjoy it. Hey, the big city isn't for me, so. And thanks for stopping by. Thanks for buying things. Business is a little slow.
Thanks for throwing that hammer through the window. That was hilarious.
Don't spread the rumor before you go. I don't want them to nose me.
Before we go, do you have some sort of metal net purchase off of you?
No, I don't have a metal net. I have a normal net.
That will work as well.
Okay. Yeah. It's made out of ropes. On the end are little bits of metal balls to weigh it down once you throw it.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's 15 gold for the net.
All right.
All right. And you buy it. What?
All right. Yeah.
What?
I just thought of something. I
Okay.
can't do it today, though. I'm going to do it later.
All right. And do you guys stay in the town or leave at this point?
I think we should keep traveling.
Definitely.
Mention as Hardy walks out, Hardy's like, "Don't worry, your secret's safe with me." And he leaves, and he's like, "For now."
For now.
But for meow. And then just
For
looks like that.
For meow.
In terms of food stuff, what can Hardy get his grubby little mitts on?
You go to the general store, stock up on mostly vegetables. There are a few fresh meat produces that seem to have come through from the major capital. They're not as fresh as you would like it, but it will do and you just buy about a day's worth because Masluril is a day away at this point. You just have to follow that main river all the way down, and then the city will be on your left. You know it too. So, the next day, I'm gonna kind of skip forward. Okay, you guys buy your provisions, eat them along the way, and travel for a day. Yes.
Before I leave the store, I throw a light hand crossbow and boomerang it back, and then put it on the counter and walk.
Fucking impossible. He just mutters as you walk out.
Dylan, what fucking feat do you have that does that?
It's an awesome feat. It's from you can tell him. I'm not gonna.
It's a thrown arms master.
Yeah.
Is that like an unearth or con?
No, it's a Tal'Dorei campaign guide one.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I get to increase strength or dex by 1. Simple and martial melee weapons of the thrown property are now
Wait, treating with a what? Treated with a what? You cut out.
the thrown property.
No. Yeah, are treated with.
Like any simple or martial weapons that don't have the thrown property. Now do have the thrown property.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I get a bonus to range and then the boomerang. If I miss.
For all the thrown stuff.
Nuts.
Not all the thrown stuff.
Mostly thrown stuff. Simple and martial.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can't boomerang a net, unfortunately.
No, I can't boomerang a regular spear. I can boomerang my wooden carved one because it's light enough.
Okay.
It's the only thing.
All right. You all eventually start following the river, and this is the Fertile Crescent. So the ground is lush. There's trees, almost everywhere, but they're not dense like a forest. It's well spread out enough. But as you guys get closer and towards the end of the day, especially with the sun starting to set in the distance, you guys can see just a mass, like the river coming out to the coast, and on the left, a semicircular massive wall from where you guys are entering. Not only that, behind the wall, you guys can see almost like a couple mounds of like pointed structures of pointed structures like
Oh, that's cool.
like tiered island style. There's you can see like many different colored tile roofs on like the picture that you see, and you don't see anything behind the walls yet, but in front of the walls you see like tons of farms, and then behind it you see small buildings just scattered through until it meets the wall. There is a main road, and it seems like around you there are smaller roads that just all connect to this main road, and as you look onto the wall, there's only one entrance to the city, and it's one massive gate. As you walk through the farms, there's many people already walking in and out of like towards you guys and with you guys. It looks like a lot of them are merchants. There are a couple travelers, and it seems like a couple unique individuals. But this main fair, not even in the city itself, is already quite packed. As you make your way further and further in, you realize the smaller buildings that you saw are shanty towns. They're like, barely standing small buildings with... Oh, crap. I think the loop ended. Give me 1 second. Santepo. Alright. Yeah. So you see like barely standing structures, and like there's quite a bit of beggars asking for money. Some of them come to you like trying to show you wares that look just kind of like shit and dirty and grimy. There's many kids that kind of come up, and Hardy, this kind of reminds you of like the old days. Most of them are well, not all of them. Some of them are gnomes. Most of them seem to be either like humans, little half orcs. You see a bunch of little tabaxi kids kind of running up to you guys, like asking for money, and they're kind of
Hardy kind of squats down, and he like whispers. He's like, "Come here, come here, kids. Come here, kids. Can you keep the secret?"
Yeah.
Hardy is gonna flash his silver coin at them.
They kind of smile at you, and then
he's gonna. About how many kids are there here?
There's about 8 of them right now. That's kind of, some of them have been following you guys, but yeah, some of them have been following you all. But
I've handed out my 11 silver to random people.
Okay. Yeah, you've already started giving away some, and at that point, there's more kids like coming around asking for more.
Hardy's gonna slide each of those 8 kids 20 gold and just like hold up a single paw like. Shh.
Yeah, they usually have a small quota. It's at least a gold piece a day to bring back.
He's gonna be like that. He's gonna like knowing that he's just like whispering at them.
Yeah. They once they see it, they kind of like. Yeah, and then they turn around and they like start whispering amongst each other, and they stop following you actually. Especially once you showed the coin and handed out a bunch of them, they stop following you as they all kind of start dispersing amongst the crowd. You guys notice this, like, he's not doing it super stealthily, but because you guys are right next to each other. And Henri's like, what the hell is that?
I pat Hardy on the shoulder. I'm like, that was very generous of you.
You realize that they're just gonna tell all their friends and come back, right?
Hardy's like, yeah, maybe.
As you all approach the main massive gate, there's no guard. There's no like human guard that you see, but in the middle of the gate is a massive. I don't know why it stops playing. Okay, There's a massive stone guardian with a huge axe standing there. It's a statue. It looks like a stone guardian statue. It's standing there. It's kind of daunting seeing that there's a lot of gnomes here, and they're much smaller than you guys, and they're all kind of making their way around gnomes, and you guys see quite a bit of tabaxi, but there's a lot of different mixture of races here. Hardy, you want me to tell you stuff in secret?
Yeah, hit me with some of that secret
Okay.
stuff.
Some whispers. All right. So Hardy, you would know that the folks, there's no actual like human or like humanoid guards here unless it's nighttime. There's a reason for that. Because first of all, this is a city of innovation. It's a city of invention and of prosper, of money. Like money speaks. No matter what, money will speak. If you have it, you're welcome. Not only that, the guards here, during the day, it's all mechanical. There are constructs that go around, humanoid-looking constructs that go around just through the city. If they see something go wrong, you should not fight them, because it gets really ugly really quick if you do. And you usually, when people are caught, they're usually thrown in jail until a person can come talk to you. And if you destroy one of these things, it's a federal offense. You don't destroy it. If anything, you try to get away before they get you. Don't try to fight it. And if you do, more are going to show up. Like, there's no getting away. Only at night do the humanoid aspect of the guards come out. But there's not a lot. They're there for the elements of trying to be able to see better in the dark. They're usually given special equipment to do that if they can't, or they mostly hire people that already can racially see through the darkness to help this out. Because the robotic guards, not so great at that. These constructs aren't the best at seeing through dark areas. So the major roads are safe, but the alleyways are where, yeah, shady business, not the most friendliest people, at least if you don't know them, do their business. Whether that's mugging people, stealing stuff, or back alley gambling, drug deals, trades, that kind of stuff. Like I told you, it's a plutocracy. Which, do you know what that means?
Yeah, well, I know. I didn't know before. Hardy, like,
would he know? He's heard it. He's heard it.
I mean, he's heard it. I personally know after I looked it up.
Okay. Well, then Hardy, all he would know is that even though it's a plutocracy, you would know that money speaks. Like, and there's 4 islands, actually 5 main islands. One of the islands is the one you guys are about to enter. Is, god damn it, I don't know why it's doing this. Okay. There are 5 islands: Salkir, Yanoa, Cloza, Till's Atoll, and the Summer Keys. The Summer Keys are 3 individual small islands, but they're all small enough and almost connected to each other, depending on the tide, that, you know, they're considered one.
You're gonna have to send me the spellings to these at some point.
Yeah, here, I'll just do this and send them to you. Here you go. And Salkir, you would know, is named after the original king of the old monarchy city. Yanoa is the one named after the queen. Cloza is the one named after the bravest knight of the Crown's Guard when the Crown's Guard existed. And the Till's Atoll is the place that you're not allowed to go to because it's only for the richest of the fucking rich. You try to get there and sneak in and you get caught, you're probably going away for life. And the Till's Atoll is an island that you can go up to the bridge halfway through, but that's where the human guards start. And from the halfway point, you can see that it's a low island. It's a ring. It's an island ring with the inside being, you know, water, And above that is a massive floating, not a massive, but a small floating island even on top of that, with like special ways to get up there from the ground, like an individual, like one huge pillar from the ground connecting to this island through the water area. And then on top is a like another little island where that's the true area where the rich get to stay and live. Okay.
Yep. Good.
All right. Let me move you back.
It opened and then I
All
decided
right.
to.
Okay. So,
I think it's in the front somewhere.
1 second. I'll be right back.
That's fine.
Page 111? No,
111.
112. No, 113.
Time to drown myself with sugar because I'm
Somewhere
getting
in
really
there.
tired. So all my working. All right. So as you are approaching, as you get past the main gate, you see like a sprawling city before you, but it's mostly residential. And you know, Hardy, this place,
119.
there's nothing interesting. This was where a part of the old city, and the buildings are much older. They're mostly residential for people that can just afford to live inside the city. And then before you is a massive wide bridge that connects to the first island. And I'm gonna show you guys a real quick sketch of how the islands are laid out that you would see. Can you see that?
Now we can kind of
Yeah.
see it.
You guys are basically here. First island. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, first island. There's a middle island. That's the Tills Atoll. And then those are the other two islands and the Summer Keys over here. And you see pillars in the water. Large pillars in the water. Basically jutting out. And Hardy, you would know that the
That's their defense against.
the sea side.
Hurts.
Those are called the Towers of Vigil, and you would also know that the walls are called the Walls of Vigil. But yeah, take it away. As you know that the first one is the king, the Salkir. That's the island Salkir, and then afterwards, going to close it, you take another bridge to get there. Those are separate islands.
So Dylan and I were talking. I think this is a good time for us to stop.
Yeah.
Both of us are pretty tired.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
we just
I've gotta
got to the
wait.
city.
I'm gonna wake up in like 4 hours to go to work. So.
Okay, then we'll wrap up here. I hope everyone enjoyed. Next time, you guys could think of what you want to do, but the whole Mellow Sands thing is there. There's many things that I have come up with. If you guys have no idea what you want to do, you guys can always go to the job board. That's always, or
I like to imagine that as a closing line, Hardy turns to his traveling buddies and holds up both his hands, and he's like, "Welcome to my home. Welcome to Astoria."
Oh, jeez.
What's up, MTV Cribs?
Here at the restaurant.
D&D cribs.
all right. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll be back. Everyone's good with next Friday, right?
Yep, I'm off again.
All right, awesome. We'll be back next Friday. Hopefully, we'll have a full crew next time. And we might actually be able to even start earlier if you guys want, about an hour or two earlier.
I prefer to start earlier, considering that I work
Yeah.
the next Saturday. So.
Yeah, same here. I work next Saturday. I work pretty early too. So we'll be starting earlier, hopefully about 5:30 Mountain Time. So if you're on the East Coast, that's like 7:30.
7:30.
That's 3:30 on the West Coast, because I live right in the fucking middle somewhere.
No, it's 4:30.
Is it 4:30? Is it only an hour?
It's only an hour.
It depends on it's weird. It depends on daylight savings time, I think. But
No, that has to do with Central and Western.
is it?
Sorry, Central
I
and
don't
Mountain.
know. It's a huh?
There are 4 time zones.
Okay. Well, either way, I hope you guys
West Mountain,
enjoyed.
Central, East.
You guys decided to destroy the goblins and kill the kid, and then now you guys
We looked
made
it up. He wasn't really truly a kid.
Yeah, the whole whisper session was spent defending the murder of a child. it was.
You said
it was
you
quite
said
a trial.
how old was the kid? The goblin, you'd say?
Just enough that he could probably fight.
So he's pretty much like a 15-year-old human. Yeah, good enough.
Like probably
We were
just
trying to
enough to be
justify the act.
probably just old enough to be taken out on that excursion that they were on to raid, hide something, and then return.
I mean, it's good enough to stab me in the leg.
Oh yeah, and yeah, he did a great job with that.
So because he's good enough to stab me in the leg, I'm good enough to
yeah,
kill
no,
him.
yeah. I'm not judging you. I'm the DM. I have to be impartial.
The universal right of self-defense.
Well, I get to now practice, your boss's thing for a while.
Hell yes! Oh, I'm so excited.
I won't be able to do his voice probably how you want, but we could talk about that later. We could talk
That's
more about
fine.
Masluril, so you know more of it for next time. But yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed. We'll be back next Friday. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye, Twitch.
Bye. Bye.
Park, you gotta tell me when it's off.
It's probably gonna be off like now. Yeah, it's off.
You guys look like idiots.